Take a leak.
Welcome to the Wrath of Aquarius podcast. I am joined here with
your boy Aaron Klein, aka Half Jew, aka the Straight Edge Centipede, aka the Emergent Virgin. You know what the fuck's up. With me we got fucking Frank Moreno, aka Francesco Quintalica, Franchico Quintalica, Frankie Boy, my man, been my man for years on years, bro.
That sounds good. Thank you.
Amen.
Hell yeah. So we are here. We are chilling. We're in the ice cave right now. It's fucking freezing.
I'm chilling, bro. Honestly.
Yeah. So Aaron is here with us. He's visiting right now. So we're just chilling. He did the new artwork for the Wrath of Aquarius podcast that I've been uploading and everything, and it's been dope as fuck. And we made stickers. He helped me make stickers, and they're pretty fucking fire. Maybe we'll start selling them soon.
Yes, sir. Honestly, like, I've known Matt for a little bit of time because, you know, we used to hit up parties from mutual friends and shit. But then he followed me on the gram. I'm like, oh, cool. He posts some shit on the stories like, yo, hear me out. Who can draw graffiti? And I used to do some graffiti back in the day. I hate to admit it, but I used to break the law. I'm like, I would love to join in. Like, I like some commission type shit. And ever since, he's been paying me absurd amounts of money for literal dog shit. Basic ass shit. Nah, I put a lot of effort in. I put a lot of detail, and I try my hardest for him because Matt deserves it.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. I'm very grateful for it. It's fucking dope. Yeah. Like, these stickers actually came out pretty fire. Mm-hmm. I'm very, very, very glad about these ones.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, even... I'm trying to think. It might be because of the company, because they do such a great job. Shout out to Sticker Mule.
Yeah.
But the designs, honestly, like, they're pretty sweet for stickers, not gonna lie. Not to toot my own horn, but, like, 4 stickers, they definitely seal the deal with that type of shit.
Yeah, dude, they did. And they're, like, really good quality stuff, too.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. Definitely. Yeah, Sticker Mule, shout out to you guys, even though you didn't hire me to work for you.
Yeah, we'll still shout you out anyway.
For real. You're a good brand. There's some other good brands, but can't really remember. Avery is also a good brand for stickers. Shout out to Avery. I appreciate that $10 deal you got. Good shit.
Yeah.
Any words from you, Francesco? He's a little timid today. He's a little shy.
He's timid. He's chilling on the throne right now, dude. He's chilling. He's ominously...
I'm floating around.
Yeah, literally.
But I'd like to thank Matt for having me on this shit. Honestly,
Dude, I am honored.
I thought I knew Matt for a lot longer than I actually did. I went to a nice old college around here, and there was a dude that resembled Matt by a lot. He had similar tattoos, similar hair, similar height, similar face, and everything. I'm like, oh, cool. And then I see a good mutual friend of ours, Evan. He posts a picture with him or something. I'm just like, bro, does he go to our school? I'm not saying the school, obviously. I mean, fuck it, 5 Towns College. I don't even live here. I don't give a fuck. But
yeah,
and he's
exactly.
like, yes, sir. I'm like, oh, cool. And then I pull up to a party. I see him in real life. I'm like, trying to like start the conversation. Like, hey, you remember me? And he's like, not budging. I'm like, you do music, right? He's like, yeah. Find out we go to a different school.
Yeah, it's so weird. We both went to, like, an audio engineering school, but I went to a different one, and then he saw somebody that looked like me at his school, and I was like, that's fucking weird.
I was so confused, and then I go back to my pictures, because I'm like, I know I had a picture of the board, because, like, when they put all the fucking homework, I go and take pictures, and I had it saved still, and I found it, I'm like, they are different, but if you put those two together in a room, I feel like if you saw them one time each, you would not recognize them, like, you would be the same shit as what I did. I don't know.
That's crazy. I have a fucking clone of you guys. I have multiple clones.
I have dirt on my leg. What the fuck? I don't know. I was in a forest today, guys, and I got scratched, and I clearly got dirt on myself, too. So, hell yeah.
He's an adventurer.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Out in the forest, out trespassing and such, being little hooligans.
So do you just travel around, just like... Yeah, and you're just like, yo, I want to go into there today, and I'm just like, and you just...
Back when I was in this state, 100%, like, it really depends. Like, sometimes I would hit up Frank, be like, hey, you want to hit up this spot or whatever, and then sometimes I would just be driving around and be like, oh shit, that's a nice looking walkway or something. You see a path out of nowhere, and it's like, oh shit, that leads to something cool. But now in my new state, there's not much like that. There are some, like, I was walking through this, like, complex with houses, just bored on Christmas with my mom. We find this, like, entrance to, like, a Chinese garden. We see, like, a pagoda in the middle, and it's, like, this random Chinese pagoda that's actually a bar in the middle of just a complex. I don't know. You find some weird shit. You find some weird shit if you just go places. I was in the forest, literally trespassing, and I found like a picnic bench from probably like 40 years ago, untouched. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like what the fuck is this? One time I went into this like a little like pathway that was on the side of someone's house, and there was like, I don't know if it was supposed to be like one of those sumps. I think it was a sump, but then we made a hideout in there, and if you go past it, there's like this. We called it a bamboo forest. It was like this fucking like crazy bamboo coming out, and you go more in, and then there's like these weird statues that were there. We're like, what the fuck? This is like an abandoned forest. And then you go even further. There was this dude had a chicken coop, and then all of a sudden you like go like right before the coop, you just see this fucking like peacock carcass, like the bones and shit like that. And we're like, what the fuck is this shit?
Jeez.
And like you hear all these like birds and stuff like that like cawing, and they're like they sound exotic. Like they didn't sound like regular chickens and stuff. We're like, yo, this guy is like peacocks and like all this shit in there. We're like, what the fuck?
Far from here or close? Like from this place, or was this like years ago?
I'm gonna say like probably like 15 minutes away.
Cool.
It was from where I used to live.
Got you.
Yeah.
Bro, this state's weird. Like speaking of peacocks, someone's taking a fat piss. Good morning.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The waterfalls.
Bro, real shit, off topic, but I had a pissing contest with my friend at his last house. We're like, yo, who could piss longer? And we were like, I think he beat me by like 2 seconds longer. Like, it sounds kind of gay, but like, it was just like, what the fuck we doing? What's that whole piss contest? All right, regardless, I was at my grandma's house a few years ago, back when she was alive, and I was walking out to, go to the car with my mom, and there was just a peacock in the driveway just staring at me. I'm like, oh, all right. And we called animal control, and then like a few weeks later, it was walking on the street, and like, I fed it a pretzel that I had from Target. I'm like, here you go, peacock, and I've yet to see it ever again. Granted, I don't go there a lot because my grandma's dead, but peacocks.
But peacocks. Damn, dude. Imagine just like going someplace and a random peacock just showing up. You're like, yes, this fucking majestic being just like being right here.
Like, I wasn't scared, but like as a 9-year-old, as any age, you're gonna be shocked seeing a peacock. Like when you walk around a bush, you're like, oh, hello.
Hello, Mr. Cock.
You can't say cock pee, but you say peacock. I don't know. That's also another thing. Gaining weight, if you're a skinny boy like me, it's very difficult, but just make like really heavy protein shakes. Let me tell you that. Eat 12 eggs like every other day. Eat 3 pounds of pasta every other day. And make protein shakes every other day. You will gain weight. And work out a lot. It helps. Do it. Bitch.
Do it.
But if you don't want to gain weight because you don't care, that's fine. But when you live in the hood like me, you should kind of look a little more intimidating. It's kind of necessary when you live in an area like that.
Yeah, you gotta look intimidating so people don't fuck you up.
And honestly, it works. Like, people are cool with me. It's just the crackheads who are kind of annoying and a little, I don't know.
Dude, crackheads don't give a fuck, bro. They just go. Like, like how like there's like a filter in people's brains that is like, no, I shouldn't say this, Like there's like once you're a crackhead, that's gone.
For real. Honestly, that's a good way to think about it.
Yeah, they're just like, they just say shit, Like I'm not gonna go up to Frankie and just like say like some like crazy ass shit and just be like, yo, like give me $5 so I can buy some like fucking crack right now. Like I'm not gonna say that.
I do that occasionally.
Crackheads will just say that.
I only do that to people I'm close with, honestly, because that's my type of humor, like shock humor or just like random humor, shit like that.
Yeah.
But like I could be like, I don't know, Matt, go hang yourself from your ceiling right there.
Yeah.
Like most people are not going to say that, but like, it's my style. Shut up, it's my style.
Exactly.
Again, shout out to GNC, your weight gainer. What is it? 7-pound tubs? Excellent for the price. Excellent shit, GNC. Stop raising the price. I'm Jewish. I need to save my guap, boy.
Yeah, dude.
Inflation, my man.
Yeah, shout out Joe Biden, bitch ass.
Inflation, but you should know the people to. You should know all the.
You
should know all the background, the inside information. You
Only
should know
half,
all that.
bud. Calm down.
Yeah, I only have half the numbers.
Hey, half more than we do.
I mean, he's quarter.
Yeah. I'm like,
well, I'm 100%
I got some.
Italian.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
Italian stallion.
100. Yeah, exactly. Italian stallion.
Wait, what was the? I made the Italian Stallion sticker design, right? Or what was that? Civilian. Yeah.
Civilian Sicilian, dude.
I love that.
Yeah.
That one was kind of fun to make, honestly. Like, this guy hypes my shit up, but basically I literally just use, like, Microsoft Paint. No, I use Microsoft Paint as the base, and then I work with another. It's, like, some off-brand Photoshop shit. And honestly, you can make some really decent shit. Like, you could turn Microsoft Paint into, like, an actual logo. So, yeah. I had a logo making app on my Mac, but when it reset and then died, I have no clue what it's called. And I looked up everywhere to, like, find a new one. I cannot find it anywhere. Granted, I think it was Mac only, but, like, I don't know where it is. So, shit.
Damn. It's
then
like, I
have to physically make shit now. Okay.
I'll make the extra
I could have been like, oh, let me make this in 5 minutes, sell it to Matt. Okay, there you go. But now I actually have to put effort in.
Yes.
She.
But yeah, how do you guys feel? ShopRite versus Stop and Shop?
ShopRite all the way.
Gang, Matthew.
I'm gonna have to differ opinions on
Damn.
this. I'm gonna just have to say Stop and Shop only because my friends work there.
This guy doesn't shop right.
Yeah, it does shop right.
Right.
See,
Not at all.
I like both of them,
Stop
but
the shop.
there's two things about ShopRite I love. It's very homey feeling. Like if you live down south, you know, Food Line. It's very similar to that. And then ShopRite is more like a Kroger or like a Harris Teeter for Southern listeners, if those exist. Love you, Matt. I like
ShopRite is class.
Yeah, and ShopRite's a lot cheaper. That's the thing. Like if you go to one of these home style ass supermarkets, they're always good ass deals. I do not buy shit that's like not on sale most of the time, or like store brand shit. Like I'll get half a cart worth of shit for like less than $20. Then you go to Stop and Shop, you're paying probably like $40 for that. But it looks nicer in Stop and Shop, and your friends probably suck too.
Yeah.
So ShopRite gang.
I mean, they work at Peapod, so it's not like actual Stop and Shop,
Gotcha.
but like it's still like the same.
Yeah. It's still part of Stop and Shop.
Yeah.
Gang. Yeah.
Still part of that shit.
Bro, I don't hate Peapod, I just hate the whole delivery type shit. Like how you got food delivered here. I've only got food delivered once in my life, and that was like 2 weeks ago. Like, I'd rather just drive there and pick it up. Like,
yeah, because then you run into the shit that we ran into. So we DoorDash Checkers, and then, I don't know why that the GPS from my house brings it all the way down the street for some reason. So then they just like drop the DoorDash off at the house, and then like send me the picture. I'm like, that looks weird. And I'm like, what the fuck?
House.
I go outside, not there, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck? And then I text the lady. And she's like, oh, 193? And I'm like, no, I live, like, here. And I'm like, oh, my God, now I gotta go on this journey. So then we went on the journey to go to the fucking house to get this food. Go to the house. Food's not there. Lady ended up taking it, bringing it back to my house. So we took the journey for nothing. But yeah, shout out to the lady. Thank you.
and we did get the money back too. As
Oh,
well.
yeah, we got that refund, too.
You got it?
Yeah, you got the refund for the fucking thing. I mean, I'll send you money back, dude. Because like that shit. Oh my God.
Wait, did you ask me about Cash App before? I do have Cash App. You owe me $1 for that soda, boy. By the way, shout out to Kroger, because Frank really enjoys their thrashed apple Mountain Dew. Only at Kroger.
$1?
I don't care, bro. Throw me $1. What the fuck?
That's $1.
I'm not taking that.
That's one bill.
I'm not taking that from you, bud.
It's one bill.
I'm not taking that from you.
Come on.
Are you on crack?
Come on.
No, I'm not taking that
Thanks
from you,
for good
Frank.
entertainment. Come on.
This man is trying to give me $100, and you know what? I'm going to take it. And now he's not giving it.
Well, you took too long.
Oh,
I
shit.
had it in your face.
Damn. But yeah, shout out to Mountain Dew.
They're delicious. They are amazing. You're making me want to open one now.
See, I love soda, but I try not to drink it because I try to stay healthier. Like, I tried to cut out fast food.
Oh, I see how you pinned that on me now.
What?
I don't always drink soda.
Yeah, neither does Frank, all right? Sorry.
Yeah, that's
I'm not...
right. Clarify.
Only you would... What? Frank, you're a good friend. You've been a good friend since 7th grade. I would not try to shit talk you on the radio podcast world. Shut up. All I'm saying is I'm trying to cut soda, but I'm a big Mountain Dew guy. That's all I gotta say. Like, try to cut fast food, but I still love my Taco Bell. I still love my Mountain Dew.
Dude, Taco
You
Bell's
can't have
an
Taco
addiction.
Bell with anything else.
True.
It's got to be a fucking Mountain Dew or a Baja Blast. That's it.
Or honestly, if you ever get their new freezes, they had this like
Oh,
pineapple
slushy
cream
shit.
one. Bro, it was damn. I may be a virgin, but that shit was sex.
That shit was sexy.
Bro, it was so good. Like sometimes their freezes are absolute ass, but sometimes
Have you ever seen the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin with Steve Carell?
no. But that will be
Yes.
You should watch it sometime.
me. Bro, I'm not an ugly fucker, mind you all. If you don't know what I look like, I'm a nice.
Aaron's a beautiful man.
Aaron, if I could describe Aaron, I would say he looks like a white black man.
White black
In the
man.
best way possible. Like his build is a white black man.
I have the hair of like a black hippie. When I had long hair, I looked like Post Malone, 100%.
Oh yeah, his hair was majestic as fuck. It was like so long and just like whoosh.
And then I cut it for a job, and I never got a formal job when I moved because the jobs suck down there and the pay sucks down there. And yeah, the South kind of sucks. But hopefully Florida South will be better when I move there. But yeah, I mean,
We'll see.
minimum wage here is double than, it's 2 times higher than down there. So it's
Yeah.
not the best. Only good money I'm getting
Unless
is
you
from
work at Amazon.
I don't like Amazon or Jeff Bezos.
Me neither.
And
100%.
that's why I never buy from them. Everybody's like, oh, I remember in like elementary school, give me like 2004, 2005 to like 2010, whatever. Everyone's like, oh, I'd like to buy shit online. Even as a kid, I was like, yo, eBay is the shit. And they're like, no, bro, Amazon. And then like 5 years later, Amazon turns to the biggest fucking thing. And I still hated them even when they weren't. I hated them when they were like a bookstore.
You ever see Wally?
Yes, I have seen Wally, and that's what the world's going to turn into.
That's going to be Amazon, though. By and large, whatever that company's called, that even their money has the guy's logo on it or
God.
whatever. Like, everything is made by that one company.
Yeah.
That's what Wally is.
I
That's going to
fucking
be
forgot
Amazon.
about that, actually.
Amazon has their hands in everything.
I hate
Yeah.
it.
Like, you probably can't name something that they don't have, that they're not invested in.
Them,
You know?
Gates, all those fuckers. See, I think about well, obviously, we talk about sometimes like movies, they foreshadow shit. Like, you send me like clips of, I forget what movie that was, but
Utopia?
I think about Wally. Like, everybody's like, oh, the future is AI, the future is robots. You see clearly that's what's gonna happen. Everybody's gonna turn into fat blobs on like floating chairs, don't work, and they just eat and watch TV. Like, yeah, that's the American dream, haha, but like, I hate working, but I would rather work for myself than have some robot do it for me while some fuckers on top who own the robots, the good 1% of them get to rule. I mean, granted, the number 1% does enjoy that luxury, but still, I'd rather be able to succeed. I don't want to be stuck at like the bottom layer while robots do work that I could be achieving. But that's just me. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so fuck robots, fuck AI.
Yeah, dude. I feel like that's what they're fucking implementing right now. I feel like that they're gonna be like, yo, let's put fucking robots in as the workforce.
They've been doing that for years. Oh, a self-scanning checkout. Bro, do we really need to get rid of the 3 people on the registers? Is it really that important, dude? Like, come on. They're making jack shit to begin with. It's not like they're getting $100
Saves
a
them
month.
money. That's all they look for.
Okay.
My dad has 2 businesses. Like, anywhere that they can save money, they save money.
Exactly.
Even
Exactly.
shit that you're like, they would
Taking-
never do that. Yeah, they're probably doing that. Because then they
Exactly.
save a few pennies.
Yeah,
or
exactly. It's like the more profit that they can get is they're gonna do it.
like anything, like even like a fucking, if there's a little tie that holds something together, if they could get that tie for like a penny cheaper, they'll get it for a penny cheaper. Like, it doesn't surprise me like that they have all the other shit instead of the people.
I get, obviously they're doing it for that reason. I went to business school. They teach you that shit. But it's also like from a humanitarian point, like, damn, you're really taking all these people's like livelihoods away and you're turning them into metaphorical slaves at the end of the day. Like, they can't do anything but be under you. Like, I get it, we have the elites, but I'm hoping one day that won't be the answer, where we'll all be equal. But
Well, you know what though? If you think about it, everything that's automated now was manual at some point.
Yes.
All those people lost their jobs and everyone's still okay. So new
For
things
sure.
come up, I guess.
That is true. But I feel like there's going to be a time where it just...
Like, think about, like, the phone, like, I mean, I guess phones you can't use because they probably had automatic by then. But, you know, think about all the things that are made in a factory that, like, 100 years ago, they probably had to, it was us making it or whatever, you know?
See, that's one thing. But then you get to the... It's like, oh, we have new AI robots that are programming other robots. Like, are you fucking stupid? I haven't even seen Terminator, but I know, like, shit like that's gonna happen. Like, do we really need human replacements? No. I could understand if you have, like... Okay, I always think about this. Like, they have, like... They're talking about, oh, we're gonna have robots fully do surgeries. I'm like, no, don't do that. If you have, like, an MRI machine or something, like, that's really helpful in terms of a medical procedure, whatever, sure, that's doing something good. But when you get rid of all the doctors for robots, dude, no. Like, if you have a conveyor belt, sure. If you have someone moving it from the conveyor belt to the truck, whatever, let's say UPS, whatever, maybe. But, like, they have faults. We don't need robots to, like, I don't know. I hate robots.
It's like, no, I get what you mean. It's like you want, like, the robots to do, like, the grunt work that everybody doesn't want to do, but it's like, if you're a doctor, you need to be, like, conscious and, like, fully focused. Because, like, what if something that happens right on the spot? Like, a robot's not going to be able to act on, like on command like that, you know? It's like...
Can I tell you something that's funny? I think? Maybe, I don't know. But, yeah, sorry. But, like, doctors or something like that, someone who does have a job, or... Forget it. Go ahead.
Wait, no, it could.
No way. And no.
What?
Yeah, like, what if a robot's doing a surgery and the power goes out, or, like, a spark explodes? And good
like,
job. There, you just killed someone because of a robot. Granted, people die from surgical mistakes all the time.
You lose Wi-Fi connection. It's just, like, in the middle of the thing. It's like,
That's what I think about that a lot. Like, people, like, live off Hulu, Netflix, Spotify, Pandora, whatever. But it's like, what happens when the power goes out? You don't have LTE. Not the power. What if Wi-Fi goes out and you don't have LTE? That's why I like having DVDs. That's why I like having, like, downloaded music onto my phone. There's a lot of reasons why I hate streaming, but that's a main focus on that. Take how you have too much of something, you'll just overlook everything, and it just becomes, like, a hassle at the same time. Nobody's going to watch everything on Netflix, but if you have 20 DVDs or 20 video games in your collection, you're probably going to go through all of them. If you have an entire store in your bedroom or basement or whatever, you're not going to go through all of those. You don't have time. So it makes... You'll probably enjoy playing... If you only own Tetris, you would have fun playing Tetris. If you had Tetris and every game that came out in 2021, you're not going to touch Tetris, and there's no point to even have it in the collection. Shut up. I don't know. I just hate streaming, bro. Even though I have Hulu. But that was because it was $1 per month for 12 months, bitch.
Damn.
And I wanted to watch a regular show, so...
Yo, I watched all of that too. I, like, sat down, I was like, yo, I need to rewatch this shit right now. I'm rewatching Adventure Time right now.
I hated Adventure Time, bro.
Really?
I didn't hate it, but it didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, I understand regular show, it's kind of confusing too, but at least you understand, like, how it's structured.
Like, structured, yeah.
Regular Adventure Time is just, like... It feels like anime to me, where I don't understand it.
Interesting.
I don't watch anime, but, like, I've watched a few episodes where it's like, you have to actually know, like, everything that's going on. I don't know, but...
Oh, yeah, like, you mean, like, there's, like, lore, like, more lore that's
Yeah.
happening around, like, everything, yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't help when half of those characters are, like... I remember there's, like, the elephant with the apples on it, like... Where the
Oh
fuck
my
is
god, yeah, like, Tree Trunks, whatever her name is,
Like,
yeah.
where does she come from? Like, who the fuck is she?
No, yeah, like, randomly, like, they just, like, come up with, like, random characters and stuff like that. I know what you mean with, like, regular show, there's, like, a main cast, and then everything revolves around them, but it's, like, in Adventure Time, it's, like, every episode is, like, new shit happening, and you're like, I don't know what the fuck this guy is doing, you know?
That's why I like to stick to, like, basic shit. Like, you wouldn't think of me as someone who, like, primarily... Like, I don't watch movies, but, like, if I do, I want to watch, like, a 2000s, late 90s, like, family movie. Like, something, like, you'd see on, like, ABC Family. That's what I fuck with.
Yeah, dude, honestly, not gonna lie, like, I was, like, there's, like... I don't know if it's, like, cheesy, but, like, like those like family like holiday movies, like I love watching those, like Santa Claus.
Yeah,
like, I'll fucking watch that shit
with
all day.
Tim
Allen.
Tim Allen. I love Tim Allen.
He's a dope ass dude.
I don't know. It's like that's my anything that reminds me of my childhood, where things were basic, where you didn't have 20 TVs playing Netflix, where all you had was one TV and one VCR player or whatever. Shit like that reminds me of it. Like a nice movie, like what's the Narnia? Something like Narnia. And Frank's taking a fat piss right now as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hear it live at the moment on the podcast.
Something like Narnia, or like even same with music. Like if you knew me through middle school, high school, even to this day, my music is so weird, but you see me, you're like, oh, that kid listens to just only heavy metal. Although I love metal, I love slam metal, I love death metal, I love melodic metal, I love prog metal, all types of metal. But I love to listen to like 2000s pop music. Like give me some like Vanessa Carlton, some like Sheryl Crow, early Maroon 5, shit like that, bro. I'll be jamming to that shit.
No, dead ass, dude. It's just like, yeah, no, exactly. It's like I listen to like the heaviest of like heavy shit, but I can also just like listen to like crazy, just like house music or like fucking like Justin Timberlake type shit.
Gang.
You know, like, fucking love that shit, bro.
I think we've probably talked about it, but like I'll go from like Infinite Annihilator to like to like fuck, what is it? Who sings Unwritten? Natasha Bedingfield to like Skrillex to country to like classical Beethoven to like Vivaldi.
Yeah.
I'll listen to anything, dude. Like
I feel like it's like good to listen to like a good variety of music. It's like, I don't know, I feel like just listening to one thing is like just staying in one vibe the whole time. It's like an emotion, you know? It's like if you're just like going through life with just like that emotion, I feel like it's just like kind of boring.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta listen to everything else. You're like, I gotta like go into another mood, you know?
that's what happened with me. I only once. What was it? I listened to like, I don't know. I had a mix, but I started transitioning to metal at like. No, I started transitioning to like rock and metal in like third grade when I got Guitar Hero 3 for the first time. Like game has changed my fucking life, dude.
Dude,
The music.
me too. I got Guitar Hero 2 when I was a kid, and I just that was like the only game that I played for like the rest of my life.
Frank, we're talking about Guitar Hero.
Yeah, it is.
Sayonara. But no, after that, I transitioned to metal at like 12 when I listened to, I saw Liquid Tension Experiment, their song Acid Rain. I saw a live video of that. If you have not seen it, it's a great song. And that changed me into metal. And then my boy Rocco, and he's like, bro, listen to Rings of Saturn. And I am at 14, and my life changed because of that, because I just expanded into metal. A few years later, I was only listening to metal. He shows me Riff Raff, and after that, bro, my life changed, getting exposed to like a crazy type of rap. And then after that, I was like, you know, I'm gonna try this, that, and now I'm listening to whatever the fuck I want to instead of just metal. So, expand your horizons. I know you like Rings of Saturn too.
Yeah,
So
dude, I fucking met them. I was like,
me too.
Yeah, I met them at Revolution. Revolution.
What year?
Oh my god.
Was it like 2016?
No, it had to be. Fuck. It was like 2018, 2019 or something like that.
Word.
I want to say.
Maybe I was there too, because I met them at Revolution as well. Except for Lucas. Lucas was hid from everybody because someone was like the drummer, the drummer Aaron Staccounter, the one with the long blonde hair. Bro, I had a drum lesson with him on Skype when I was 16.
What?
And yeah, because all of those musicians, if you're friends with them on Facebook or like their page, they're always offering like, hey, online drum lessons. Not a bad idea. Oh, okay.
Damn.
So our boy Frank is leaving.
I'm going. Yeah, I'm
You gotta let him out.
I'll talk about my boy Aaron Staccounter later, but Frank, I will text you. Maybe we'll chill again this time this week.
I'm off Thursday and Friday.
Okay, I'll try to figure something out. I'll try to at least pop by because you're not too far from my place now.
Yeah, you could.
No, but I've known Matt for a good amount of time, but like I would not expect to be chilling in his basement right now recording this in his studio apartment.
Yeah, on this fucking podcast that I made during quarantine because I was fucking bored, bro.
That's when you started it?
Yeah, dude, I started this podcast during quarantine, and I started doing my music way more during quarantine.
Damn, I thought it would have been longer.
Yeah, dude, I was like, I was like, whoa, what the fuck, dude? It's been this. I think it's been a year.
Damn.
Since I started. No, wait.
Well, I mean, this lockdown shit started.
It's been like 2 years.
Yeah, a year, almost 2 years now. Yeah.
Oh shit!
The real
this past August, I think, was 2 years.
Damn, good for you, bud.
Damn, what the fuck?
Damn, why aren't you popular yet?
It's because I'm not on Spotify. I'm only on YouTube, dude. YouTube.
That's another thing. Like I was telling him, like, I know a lot of, like, not a lot, but I know a good amount of, like, bigger artists. Like, you get to know them. They might not remember you, but, like, you know enough people, like, personally in a way. That sounds kind of wrong. You know them personally, but they don't know you.
Yeah.
Disregard what I said. Some of them know you personally, whatever. But I have friends who are obviously in, like, local bands and stuff, and they're having a lot of, like, issues getting bigger. And I'm like, what do you expect? The music industry sucks now. You're not going to get anywhere unless you get signed. My friends who are on Spotify, you're not going to make more than $10 a year, most likely. Unless
it's hard.
You have to do something special.
Yeah.
You have to get on a song that gets on TikTok somehow, bro. Like, I'm a big fan.
It's true though. It's like, I feel like that, like, I don't know. It's like, I feel like that, like, you need to, like, make all your music and shit like that, and then there's like a mainstream, like, say like TikTok's the mainstream, and then you fucking like deep, like, you just like go into the TikTok, and then you get all the fucking fame and followers and get everybody to look at you, and then everybody looks at your content and stuff like that, you know?
Not
I feel
even
like that's
just
how it should be.
That too, but I'm thinking, like, just the song. Like, you don't even have to be a TikTok star. You just need a song that pops up on, like, TikTok, or like a commercial. Or, I mean, the commercial's a lot harder to get, but, or a meme even.
I feel like TikTok is the more, like, crazier one. I was talking to that with Frankie today, actually, like, how, I think it was David Lee Roth talking about, like, how they mainly wish that they could focus on songs instead of albums, because, like, if you think about it, we're looking at Aerosmith albums, we're like, there's only, like, 4 really good songs on here, and the rest of it's filler just to, like, cover the album, so it's like, I feel like if those bands were in this day and age, they would also be focusing on, like, getting on TikTok and shit like that, you know, like having that one song, a couple solid songs, you know.
It's difficult to, you know, actually get an album that people listen to. I could think of, like, one, like, Astro World. That's, like, the only, maybe, like, a Trippie Redd album or something, or, like, an Uzi album. Those are, like, the only people I know that, like, people listen to albums. Maybe Drake, Kanye, too. Regardless. Take 6ix9ine, for example. I remember when he was on the billboards, all 10 of his songs, all 11 of his songs were all on Billboard, and those were, like, his only singles out. He was on top. Here, his albums, nobody gives 2 shits about his albums. The first one with, like, the Adventure Time cover, nobody cared about. And then Tattletale, or whatever the fuck it was, nobody cared. Yeah. So his singles, though, you'll hear those still to this day. Like, he did it right. I mean, he didn't do it. His management did it right, or whoever did it, but that's how you have to do it, sadly. You have to get singles. Nobody's going to play your entire album on the radio.
Yeah, it's like, it's really hard to do. It's like, yeah, dude, because I feel like that it's just like, singles are just kind of like that attention grab to like get people to like, oh, look at this, you know? Like, it's like, I don't know, because it's like, you can't put the album on there, so it's like, here's a taste of what our shit is, you know? It's like a generalized thing to get everybody to like, it's like the hook.
I mean, I was talking about Astro World. I remember I saw, I think, a video and it explained how it actually got, like, as many sales as it did. And it wasn't even because of the music. It was because I believe with all the merch sales, they would give an album as well. So that shit's like hypebeast type shit now. Like, take the McDonald's shirts or whatever. Take just the normal merch. People will sell that shit for high value. So that sells out quick. They get the album with it, that adds so many extra streams, extra downloads, whatever. That's like a smart way to do it, in all honesty. It
really is, dude. It's like promotion and like how you market your shit is so important. It's like, I was mad young when my friend told me this, actually. She was like telling me about like how she knew this guy who like, he wasn't like super famous, but he was like pretty popular in like his like area with like music and stuff. And he's like, he wrote a book on like how like you need to be, like, being a musician's not enough. Like, you need to also be a businessman, learn how to like promote yourself and all that shit. He's like, being a musician and having talent's like only half the
Yeah.
fucking thing. It's like you also need to have that mindset and like that business mindset, that promotion marketing mindset.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's more than.
I never really thought about that till I got to college. I mean, trust me, I don't agree with college. It was a big waste of time, money, effort, happiness, etc. But at least when I went to music school and I took those business classes, it really made me like think, because like I obviously saw the decline of like music sales and how it was all just like what's the word? What do you call it? Like an artist who like you never heard of them, but all of a sudden they're big because like a company picked them up. Like shit, what is it called? I'm trying to think of an example too. Like I don't know, Blueface. I guess nobody knew about Blueface, and all of a sudden someone picked him up and promoted his music all over. Then look at him. What kind of artist is that called? Fucking
Yeah, I don't like it. Not like a clout. Is it clout? Like a clout?
Nah, not shadow artist. Something like that. It'll hit me, but it doesn't matter. If you know what I'm talking about, good on you. But like,
damn. Okay.
they said the same thing about Post Malone too. Like he just posted one song on SoundCloud. They caught up to him and they're like, "Hey, you could be good." And contract. All of a sudden, he's one of the biggest people of like 2018, 19, whatever. That also, I don't know. I could be wrong, but at least for some artists I know. Like you'll see on YouTube, there'll be like a video of some random kid with some face tats, shitty rap song, but it'll catch attention because people saw like, hey, we can make a quick buck off this kid. He'll do anything for a few 100,000. There you go.
Yeah, dude. Because they'll like look at you and you'd be like, yeah, you can entertain a lot of people, and like, it's like a quick cash grab. It's like that he's not gonna probably. It's not going to be like a really long-term investment. It's just like a quick, like, just for like maybe 5 years we could squeeze a couple bucks out of you,
I think maybe like Mario Judah is also a good example. Like he put one song out, gets popular, and then all of a sudden he's like, has all these contracts and shit. But I don't know. Mario seems cool, but like now he's dead because they got the hype out of him, and now they're off to the next person. It's hard to find someone with longevity. I don't see many people lasting like with Drake or Kanye or like Lil Wayne type longevity.
It's hard to. It's like they're like the people. It's like I feel like music now. It's like there's so many people that like there's only like a couple diamonds in the rough, and that's like Kanye, Drake, and all of them. It's like I feel like they have like that thing that I feel like it's like kind of like they have like they're the ones who have the soul, and then like all the other people are just kind of like there, and then they're the ones who are like the souls who are like leading the whole entire thing. They actually have like personalities, like intention, like meaning, like, you know what I mean?
That's the thing. They don't have to rely on like promotion anymore. Like you think about it, like 90% of all artists who are signed, they're gonna eventually fall off, and you have to think about it like if all artists did it without a contract or like a company behind them, I wonder how long any of them would last. I doubt someone.
It's hard.
Yeah, exactly. Like take away all contracts, all companies, maybe like one would still actually, I don't even know. Like maybe it would make people last longer, like doing their own promotion instead of, hey, here's a billboard for you, instead of just rely. I don't know. The music industry is too big to even just like think about all this. I don't know.
It's like I feel like it can go in so many different ways. There's so many different options.
It's so stupid though, bro.
It's so weird.
I'm thankful for college for that too. So I learned about it, made me realize the music industry, and then I did my research on it too. And because I used to be in the SoundCloud phase. I wanted to make a rap name for myself, and then if I got big, I would transition to what I actually want to do, like metal and whatnot. Because like Machine Gun Kelly's done that. I know a few others. What's his name? Filthy Frank fucking did that too. Like if you've seen him on YouTube, like his pink guy shit. And now he's up to being Joji or whatever, and he's huge. Dude.
I remember when he was just saying he's like in a video, he's like, yeah, I want to make a comedy album, and then I want to make serious stuff, and that was before he became Joji. And then I was like, oh, okay, maybe it'll like be good and stuff like that. Now he's fucking huge, and it's just so weird just to see him like talk about it like that and kind of like foreshadowing it, and then all of a sudden it's actually fucking happening.
Well, granted, he did do some of that shit prior to like the comedy albums and the comedy videos and whatnot. He did do it, but it was nobody knew about it because obviously he had no way to promote it in that way. But no, like I'm glad I realized like that's. I mean, it worked out for him most likely. I don't know if 88 Rising is being good with him, but like I don't want to be famous anymore. I wanted to do that, but now I'm just like. It's not worth it to me. I don't want to be a part of the music industry. I've read about it. I got an email from like Sony Records about a job in New York City doing like some copyright shit. Like I'll be working for fucking Sony Music, but I'm like, no, I would never. Like that's a great job, but I don't want to be a part of the entertainment business, the industry. Fuck that.
What is your number one gripe with them?
Industry, the industry. I think as an entertainment industry as a whole, I think there's a lot of deeper problems, but in terms of the music, I'd say they're scamming people. And it's like, think about this. If you get $1 million deal or whatever, you're really not getting all the money. It's basically a loan. Like all that jewelry you buy, if you're not making your sales up, you're fucked and you have to pay off that jewelry or whatever. So it's just taking advantage of people. In all those different ways.
Oh, I know what you mean. It's like, oh, okay, so like you're gonna make this happen. We're projecting X amount of money. This is gonna be your money, but like if it doesn't make it, then that's fucked up.
I don't know
because then you're just like because you're pre-buying the thing. You're like, oh, I have this money, so I'm gonna buy this jewelry. Doesn't make it, and now you get fucked up because you don't have the money to pay.
I don't know if it's like perfectly like that. But
I mean, it's like basically that, but like. That's fucking crazy.
I know the singer Jewel. I'm not really a fan of her shit, but I saw like a clip of Joe Rogan's shit, and she mentioned that shit. Like I knew of like a similar instance of that. Like you have to be smart with like the money they give you. Yeah. But she was telling how like she read a book about the industry, and like that was one of the things that came up. It really depends on. Weird enough, I think it depends on the genre or whatnot. Like I know, like if you're a pop star, it would be a lot different than if you were like. Piss. A pop star would be a lot different than like who brought it up? I don't know, Van Halen, I guess. Like obviously it's a lot different now with Eddie gone, but like different genres for different problems. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's like a different subsection of the industry, so it's run by different people. And it's also kind of like one guy just like running everything. It's like there's different cultures for different things.
And when you have like trap and like pop being the top of the line, obviously they're gonna have a different like expectation for you. You don't really see a lot of like bands that like die off or fall off easily. Like what's a band I could think of? Slipknot. Slipknot's been around forever. Well, not for, you know what I mean. They've been around for a good amount of time. They're not falling off anytime soon. Think about LL Cool J. He was popular at one time. Is he popular now? No. Like that could be said about any rapper, any pop star.
I feel like he became more of a personality now more than his music, you know? I feel like that's what happens sometimes. Like
that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, because like what Ozzy, like LL Cool J, like... I mean, Eminem still makes music, but he's like mainly more known for like himself, you know?
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg. All that shit. It's like they just become immortalized, you know? Like it's like music is just like their elevation to like their pedestal.
But they also do like a lot of shit like elsewhere. Like, 'cause I know Snoop Dogg does a lot of like investing and like buys a lot of business and shit. Does all these commercials.
Because that's how you stay afloat. Yeah. Because like it's like the music is only a quick. I think they say that in the NBA too. It's like, what are you gonna do with your money when the fame is gone? It's like, because this is not gonna keep coming in. He's like, you gotta find different ways to invest and to get your money to come back and stuff like that. It's like, it's fucking crazy. Like especially like in music, it's like you're all your money's not gonna be coming from music all the time. It's like you gotta fucking buy a clothing brand or something like that, or like have your own record company or XYZ. You know, like. It's all gotta come from somewhere else too.
Back, I don't know. It kind of reminds me of when I first moved down to my state, because I don't know if I was talking to you about this or I was recording it already, but the jobs there, really you cannot get a great job unless you're really lucky and the pay sucks. So at that time I was really just like, what the hell am I going to do with my life? I got a job at Aflac, and like on the first day of the meetings, I'm like, I can't do this. This is a terrible job. No offense to Aflac, but it's not for me. But here I am. I'm like, shit, that was like my only job opportunity. What the hell am I going to do? And then I'm like, wait, I played drums for over half my life. I don't really care about money. I just need to stay afloat. Maybe I should do drums and just like work a side job as well to keep the bills paid or whatnot. But then I'm like, no, I need to do more than that. So then I'm like, maybe I should do art. And then I started with doing commission work for you. And I'm like, that's not enough either. I need to have like a wide variety of shit in like my arsenal. Because that's how professional, what's the word? I'm stupid. Successful people do. They have a whole arsenal of shit. Like
yeah, exactly. It's like they do music, they do art, they do XYZ and all that other shit.
They own this, they own stocks, whatever.
Yeah.
I saw this picture like on like Instagram Explorer. I don't know why I get like a bunch of like financial shit. Probably because I liked Shiba coin things a bit because I was onto that shit. Honestly, I would buy it, but don't take it from me. I get like financial like posts, whatever. It's just like, oh, if you want to be successful, wake up at 5 a.m., take cold showers, blah, blah, blah. But I saw one. It's like,
take cold showers. Yeah,
bro, I don't understand that. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like okay. It's like you woke up and you're at 5 a.m. It's like if you don't have any intention or any goals, it's like what the fuck is the point of waking up at 5 a.m.? It's like you're not gonna wake up at 5 a.m. and magically an idea is gonna come to you and be like, oh my god, I'm gonna be successful. You know, it's like
I do better past midnight, so that's more for me. I like to wake up at noon, do my shit at night.
A lot of people have more like at night. They have more ideas.
That's because we're creative fuckers. So
yeah, exactly.
But regardless, there was a post on the Explore page, and it was talking about Shaquille O'Neal. Obviously, Shaq makes a lot of money from basketball, and then you see his like Gold Bond commercials or what's that insurance one with the General? Like he does a lot of commercials. Same with like Snoop or whatever. But I saw this post, and it's like he owns like 100 Auntie Anne's. He owns like 100
Holy shit.
I forget, it was like Five Guys. No, not Five Guys. It was like a restaurant chain. He owns like 50 of these, 100 of these, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, granted he has the money to do so, but think about it in a smaller perspective. Like, if you have enough money to buy like a little restaurant at like a food court or whatever, that's still passive income if you're doing it properly. And then if you have enough for that, open a second. That's how people do it. Unless they're lucky, you have to grow it from the bottom, whatever way you can. But you need to make the money first to do so.
Exactly.
So they're lucky to have it with their music deal or their basketball deal, acting deal, whatever. Plus, you have to just find shit on the side. Like, that's what I was planning on doing. I'm like, you know what, shit, I'll just do like side gigs for a while instead of a main job. Because like, I got this job doing a Netflix ad for Outer Banks. And like we did this advertisement, I got like
that's just crazy.
I got like $150 for working 3 hours, and we barely did shit. We just drew on the sand. If you, it made for a dope ad though. But like shit like that, like you need to just do side gigs too. Like if you have the time and you need the money, do a moving gig, do a draw for your buddy Matt or something.
Exactly, because like you also don't know where those are going to lead you to, because like you do all those side jobs, you meet somebody, they could know somebody that like could help you with whatever, they could be like the missing piece that you needed, you know. It's like everything could
fall into place.
Everything falls into place.
Like when you were gone, I was talking, I don't know how I got into it, I was talking about like how mutual friends are important, because like I said I know a lot of people, and I said like I wouldn't have known you if it wasn't for mutual friends of Frank and your mutual friends of them, and now I know a ton of people. And like I said, I know a lot. I know pilots, skydivers, fucking cooks, real estate, pedophiles, rapists, fucking anything. I know like all different types of people. I'm not saying it's good to know pedophiles again. I'm just saying it's crazy how many different types of people you meet.
Yeah, especially in this world, there's just so many different people. That's why I like my job too, because like I'm always constantly meeting new people, like talking to new people, like you just get so many different information of like that wasn't even English. You just get so much different like information about people, like about like around the world around you, because like in your small town, like people from like fucking Israel can be like from like, because like no, I was like talking to somebody from Israel like the other day, like I was just serving them and I was like, yo, what the fuck is good? I was like, that shit's crazy as fuck, you know? Like you just talk to people and like they're like a fucking open book, and you just like learn crazy amounts of information.
That's why it's important to be extroverted. Like, granted, I'm both. Like, I was at the mall today, and like my friend was like, "Yo, shout Go Bills to that guy in 3, 2, 1." I'm like, I don't want to just say something to a random guy, but if someone talks to me, I'll talk to them all day. Like, the original goal of this podcast was to hit 6 hours, because I could just go back and forth with shit. But obviously, that's not going to happen today. Maybe another time. Maybe we'll do it online, like I said.
Hell yeah. That would be the 6-hour podcast. That would be amazing.
And it would be a lot easier. Just, I don't know, we get like Skype or something.
Yeah.
Regardless.
And you can see beautiful faces.
Oh, bro, video chat? Ooh, I'm down with that shit. Make it a special or something.
Yeah, let's get special video chat.
Let's get 4 people in that shit then.
Oh, that would be crazy as fuck.
Gang.
It's easy to record.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Cool, because I can't record on my laptop shit.
But
like I was saying, like, if you just talk to more people, like, it's easier said than done. But if you meet a bunch of people, it's the best thing to do. Like, I didn't have a lot of friends in elementary school. Middle school, I had a good amount. But in high school, I tried to get close with everybody. Think about it now, it's kind of like, I was probably annoying with it. But, like, to be fair, I still have probably, like, a good 100+ friends from high school alone that I still can, like, hit up and not have a problem with. I came up for a trip here. I'm visiting at least 25 people. Like, a lot of people say keep your circle small. Yeah, for your close friends, but, like, it's good to have, like, people you could, not rely on because half them flake, but it's good to have connections just in case you need someone to talk to, just in case you need a favor, just in case you need that pilot to fly you somewhere, or a teacher to help you with a problem, or a real estate agent, accountant helping you with houses, money, whatever. It's important. Like, if I didn't talk to Matt as much as I did, if I didn't see him at parties, I wouldn't hit him up. Yeah. But it would just be like, oh, what's good?
It's like, hello, sir.
Hey, what's up? But thankfully we had Frank, who, although I've met him before, Frank was, a nice little outlet for me to meet Matt.
Yeah, exactly.
We went on a nice little concert trip one time, and after that, we've been closer than ever.
Exactly. Yeah. Dude, that was a funny ass day.
That really started to hit me. That whole concept was of, like, you could truly get to know someone just from a trip.
Yeah.
When I went on a road trip with my boy Kenny. You've met him before at good old Teddy's house. And I was with him, my boy Travis, and John Mai.
Yeah.
I barely knew John Mai, and I kind of knew Travis as well, but we went on an 8-hour trip after barely knowing each other. You know how close I am with John still to this day? I love Travis, but, like, John and I are still close as fuck.
Dude, I fucking love John Mai. Like, we went to Colorado together. Dude, that dude is so fucking funny, because it's the same. Like, I was, like, friends with him, but, like, when we went on that trip, like what you said, like, we got, like, really fucking close. Like, the shit that you learn from people, like, just by being together with them, like, all the time, it's like, you, like, get really close to people. Like, you don't even, like, realize until, like, you leave and you're like, oh shit, like, I was with those people for, like, a week, you know? Like, there's, like, some weird energy thing, like, when you link up with people, you know? You all, like, get on the same, it's just like sex, bro. Energetic sex.
It's like, I went to Six Flags with my old manager, because we were good friends. We still are. I saw her yesterday. Hi, Tony. She was like, hey, you want to come to Six Flags? It's going to be me, my boyfriend, and our two friends. And then you could come, your boy Dan could come, because Dan was also part of our work squad. Regardless, but that's all pointless. But to be fair, I knew her and I knew her boyfriend. I did not know her two friends. Most people, when they say, oh, 2 random guys are going to pull up to your house at 5 a.m. to drive you to New Jersey, most people wouldn't be okay with that. Dude, it's an adventure. Like,
yeah, exactly. It's
I'm not that
like,
close with them still, but, like, why not?
Yeah.
We were still cool the whole day. Like, when you're with 3, 4, 1 person in a car for hours on end, you're eventually going to talk. And
yeah, dude, I love meeting new people. Like, once, like, I meet somebody new, I'm already just like, yo, what's good? You know, like, especially, like already, like, if you're already, like, smoking and shit like that, and, like, you're like, because that's another thing that, I forgot who I was talking to about this, but, like, weed is like a cool thing to like get everybody to like kind of like connect in like a circle, you know? It like puts everybody at like the same vibe, so everybody's just kind of like stupid together, and you're all just like chilling, and you're all just like, you know,
That's
you get
one
to
of my,
like, I don't know.
that's one of my blessings that I don't need that shit to be like.
Yeah, exactly. You're already
you.
there, you know?
Because
like,
that's. Go ahead.
Oh no, because I was gonna say like, cause like I can already be there, but I know like some people are just kind of like in their shells and stuff like that. So I'm like, yo, like smoking, like get out of your shell, because like I know like I don't need it to get there, but like some other people might need it. So like,
got you.
Well, just like smoke, chill, get on the same like level, you know.
I think that reminds me, like, I said, like, you should talk to, like, I mean, you don't have to, but if you're expanding your horizons with people, obviously everybody's different, but there's also going to be, like, different mental cliques of people. You're going to see people who are very quiet. You're going to see people who are very energetic. You're going to see people who are very sad all the time. You have to adapt to each person. And after a while, you have to transition to how you usually are. Like, if I'm going to talk to a stoner, I usually act stoned when I first talk to them.
Yeah,
and then after,
it's easy.
and then after a little, yeah, especially with me, everybody thinks I'm a stoner. After a while,
Really?
bro, I've gone the past 8 years probably. Everybody thinks I smoked. I'm like, never once.
That was me in middle school. Everybody was just like, yeah, you look like you smoke weed. And I finally smoked weed and nobody fucking said anything. I'm like, what the fuck?
But you just I mean, you don't always have to transition over, but like, everybody's like, oh, be yourself. I'm like, you don't always have to be yourself. I change for people, but then I'll transition back to being myself.
Yeah.
I didn't, like I said, I listened to rap and all that after I listened to Riff Raff for the first time, but I started to listen to it just so I can, like, understand how people are feeling. Because everybody always loved rap. I never liked rap until, like, I was 15 or whatever. But, like, I'm like, all right, I'm going to listen to as much as possible, try to get into it, try to meet other people who enjoy it. And I've met people that love it, and I get to talk to them about it. Granted, I don't really care for it as much anymore, but I have a new perspective on something that most people are like, would never listen to that or something.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have a whole new set of, like, things and lessons that you've learned from it that people won't, like, understand.
Exactly.
You know?
I had this...
It's more added to your life.
True. I always love having an arsenal of anything. I love hobbies. I love new things to learn. I hate learning, but, like, if it's something I'm interested in, I'm so down to learn it.
Yeah.
Like, how much do you piss? Jeez.
Yeah, jeez. There's, like, a lot of fucking pissing going on.
I had I haven't really talked to him in a while, but there was this kid I used to go to school with. He's a very good kid. I'm not going to name his name or anything just for him, but his father, I don't really know his father, but this kid only listened to classical, and I believe his father was the reason for doing so. Mm-hmm. Like, he was not allowed to, like, listen to rap or anything. He was only allowed to listen to, like...
Really? What the fuck? Why?
His father's a music teacher. You know how, like...
He's like, fuck that garbage shit.
You know how, like, Chinese people, like, no stereotypes or whatever? I don't give a fuck anyway. But, like, they'll be like, oh, I'm not going to do a Chinese accent, but, like, get A, be doctor, blah, blah, blah. Study.
Stereotype shit, yeah.
That's kind of like what he was doing, where he didn't really have the freedom to... I mean, he would be able to go out with his friends, whatever, but, like, it was like, you have to study, you're going to listen to this. We were...
Oh, shit. So he's, like, really controlling of, like, everything.
From what I know. But I think it kind of... Because he was a quiet kid anyway. It's not like he could be like, yeah, he's keeping me captive.
He's keeping me captive. Somebody please help me.
We were in a music class, and we were talking about Through the Fire and Flames. Through the Fire and Flames, not the Flames. By Dragon Force. Because if you played Guitar Hero 3, or if you listen to metal, you'll know the song.
Yeah, exactly. That fucking... classical.
And yes, I have 100% of that song Guitar Hero on both games, and have it at 5% speed, which was once the longest full combo of the entire game ever, but it's beaten now. Regardless,
yeah.
World record shit, not anymore. I want to get it faster one day though, but I need to practice that. Regardless, we were talking about that song, and obviously the kid didn't know it. He doesn't listen to metal, any of that shit. We were just like, take a guess, who performs Through the Fire and Flames? This is going to sound like the kid's joking, but this kid is not, like, a joking kid. This was a legit answer. He said the Beatles.
Really?
Yeah. I could understand if you said Metallica or something, even Van Halen.
Metalish, yeah.
But the Beatles. I don't. I mean, the Beatles are all right. I used to not like them. I could tolerate the Beatles. They're all right. I can understand why people enjoy. But, dude, I didn't. No, I didn't even say who. I just played the song for him. I can understand if I said, "Oh, Through the Fire and the Flames." All right, I never heard that Beatles, but I played the song for him. The Beatles have been around for how long now? 60s.
Yeah. Damn, he wasn't even able to listen to like the Beatles or anything.
I guess not.
That's fucked up.
And that's another thing. If you don't expand your music, I mean, you don't have to. Obviously, that's your choice. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but it's important. Like metal, it's not all of that.
Yeah.
There's so much different metal. There's metal mixed with jazz and more progressive shit. You can mix anything with metal, bro. Like, it's important to learn metal. Everyone's like, oh, you need to learn jazz and classical. That's it. No, you should learn classical. You should learn jazz, opera, metal. Fuck it, learn dubstep. That's EDM type shit is popular now. You're not going to see someone play a violin at a rave. Like, I wouldn't say it's necessary to learn like electronic music, but like you'll hear that's a different way of learning. Like, oh, learn music that's not physically possible to play. That's a new, different type of thing. Yeah, it's important to learn how to play your scales and whatnot, but it's also important to learn, like, damn, this is what you could actually make if you're not using a real instrument. Again, I don't like robots or shit, but, like, you're creating that. That's a different type of art. It's important to learn shit like that. You can't play Skrillex. You can play Skrillex on a guitar. It's been possible, but you're not playing perfectly a bass drop on guitar or... I mean, if you have good enough pedals and good enough musical ear.
If you have the 8 string like I have in my room.
Oh, that's right, you have it. Bro, I need to show you my 10 string, bro. Fuck
what
you.
The
yeah,
fuck?
bro, fuck you, I got you.
I was playing this 12 string acoustic at Guitar Center one day, and I was like, dude, this is actually beautiful as fuck.
Bro,
like,
I know.
The sounds I was able to make on that thing, I was like, no matter what fucking thing I was doing, it was just sounding great. I'm like, yes. I was like, I need to get this.
My boy Rocco, who I mentioned before, he once sold me a 12-string acoustic for like $50. Granted, it was probably like a first act type guitar.
Yeah, like basic shit. Yeah.
Because he has ripped me off before. He overpriced me on a fucking Line 6 amp, Spider amp. Thanks, Rocco. But like,
calling him out in the fuck.
I don't care. It was like almost 10 years, maybe 8 years ago now. Jeez.
Yeah, like when you're like kids and shit like that.
Yeah, we were both in like 9th, 10th grade, whatever. But I kind of wish I bought it because, like, even for a low quality instrument, probably it sounded nice. Like, I don't have a 12-string guitar, but I should buy one.
Yeah, dude, they're fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is something that I would definitely want to buy.
I always love expand. Like, I'm not a materialistic dude in any way. I mean, I kind of am in terms of my drums. But besides that, I don't like to buy things unless it's cheap. I have a CD collection because those cost $1 each now. But I don't like to buy shit. But if I see, like, a nice guitar or a nice addition to my drum set, that's one place I'll always, like, save a little money for. Like, I don't know if you've seen my drum set, but...
I don't think I have.
I will send you a picture. Oh, wait, when I get back home. But it's insane, dude. Like, I figured, why not just take my normal drum set and find every type of drum or percussion instrument I could add, just put it on there.
No way, really? So it's like a Neil Peart drum
that was
set? Yeah, dude, that's fucking dope.
My dad sent me a picture of a Neil Peart set. He's like, oh, it's bigger than yours. I'm like, Dad, that was my inspiration for mine.
Yeah.
Thank you. His has a lot more drums than mine. Mine has 1 snare, 3 toms, 4 octobans, and 3 rototoms.
Oh my Jesus.
The rest is just percussion and cymbals, and a xylophone. But I only want to get bigger and better on that shit because, like...
That shit's so cool, though. Like, my friend had something like that, and he had, like, a whole rack of, like, fucking, all this, like, crazy percussion things with his, like, regular drum set. And I'm like, yo, that's, like, just so cool, just having that, like... little additive thing to like just add to like the fucking like drum solos, you know?
It's great because half the time you could find, not half the time, maybe like 25% of the time you could find it used and cheap, and it's just a blessing because my usually I was just like, oh cool, drum set. I have my snare, toms, kick, my ride, my crash, and my hi-hat, maybe a splash too. But then my my cousin and her husband moved into like a new house or an apartment. They left a bunch of like stands and then I think it was like an LP wood block set. It has like 5 blocks on it. That cost like $200. And I added it to my set. And after that, I'm just like, I need to add some cool shit to my set. Yeah. And that was like when I was 11. And you see that shit from then to now, and it's like, you could have whatever sound you fucking want.
Yeah, dude, it's a grand old set.
And I don't have a lot of room for it either, so I'm literally just confining.
You're just in this little corner, you're like...
I'm trying to think about how many fucking items I have. But you remember Peter from Matt's going away party? The one with the long hair? Not Kevin. He had long hair. He had a mustache.
He was on the couch most of the time, I think. Yeah.
So he plays drums too. I was like...
Was he the ones in a lot of bands?
I know he's in one band at least. I don't know. I was sitting next to him on the couch.
I'm pretty sure.
When we were downstairs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I know he plays drums, and we talk about drums a lot, actually. So he was the first one that came to mind. There's this drum website. I should send it to you, too. But it's basically like this drum place on the island. Long Island Drum Center. All right, fuck it. I'll shout it out. Shout out to drummingdeals.com. My boy, Dennis, Long Island Drum Center. He has a lot of inventory, and sometimes he has to sell it when it's not really selling. And it's a damn good price. Free ship and all this shit. I bought a set from him. I bought my Octobons from him. I bought this cowbell set. So I bought this cowbell set for $65. It's a stand with 5 cowbells on it. For $65, that's a damn good price. And they sound amazing. So I'm like, shit, I wish someone else can get this. I go on their website last night because I was bored. And I'm like, maybe I could add another thing. It's down to 50. So I hit him up. I'm like, bro, get these fucking cowbells. And honestly, it's like, I want them to bring those back for everybody. Because, like,
Dan,
you don't even need, like, a set like mine. Get a normal drum set like the one next to you. And just add 5 cowbells to the left of you. That adds some cool shit to a song. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. It's like something that's like different than the standard, you know? It's like adding a little bit of cowbell. It's like nobody adds cowbell, so like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I know,
all that shit.
It reminds me of, like, you know Murda Beats?
Yes.
So, I was watching an interview with him. I think he was doing, like, he was explaining Fifi by 6ix9ine and Nicki Minaj. And it could have been someone else. It could have been, whatever. Let's just say it was him. He said that every time he does a beat, he tries to add a new sound each and every time to his mix. And that's like what I kind of want to do. I want to add a new instrument to my drum set just to get a different sound each time I play.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can't afford to add something new each time, but like I want to always, maybe like once every 4 months, I want to add something new to my arsenal of sounds. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's like the evolution. It's like during that period of you only having... It's like you start off with a regular drum set, you don't have anything to add to it. It's like, that's your era of just a standard drum set, and then you get the other added stuff, and then, like, your music is added to another era, you know? It's like different stages, you know?
It's come to the point where I could take away the drum set, and it's like, you could make a whole concert of just, like, it's like a high school band-ass, symphonic band-ass.
Yeah.
Like, I have the equipment to literally play, like some symphonic shit. Like, it's cool. It's like a little band with you. I love it. But sadly, I only have 2 arms, 2 legs. But that's why I'm adding kick pedals for some of my items. Like, I want a sleigh bell kick. I want a fucking...
a
maraca kick.
Fucking dope.
I only have cowbell kicks right now, but I'm trying to add some more of it.
What the fuck?
I have to jerry-rig some shit, though, because, like, in order to make, like, a maraca, I'd have to, like probably solder it onto a...
Yeah, onto like the little fucking like
whatever that's. Why am I stupid?
The kick pedal thing.
The beater.
Yeah.
Why am I stupid? But yeah, there's more expensive ways to make something like that where you actually buy it and it's made for you. But I like to save my money, so I'd rather make it myself.
Yeah.
Because I have rock
and it'll like look cooler too, because it's like yours too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's more unique.
Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to. I think there's literally a toilet piece that I think fits perfectly as the rod of the beater. So I might get something like that, cut it, and then solder on like a old like maraca I have. What am I gonna do with like a shitty LP maraca that you get at like elementary school band? It's not like a real like Mexican. It's like the.
Oh damn! I got some shakers in there.
Oh well, it's basically like the shaker with the it's just more of a shaker than anything. It's like the egg with the grip. It's not even a maraca where it's like it's just, so
damn,
it could fit. It's not like a maraca that's gonna fall over. This it's not that heavy. It's probably the weight of a beater. So I'm just gonna try to build my own, bro.
That'd be fucking dope.
Or like some sleigh bells or some shit.
Yes. That'd be fucking awesome.
Bro, I'm kind of pissed I sold some of my drum equipment I had. I sold a set of bongos, a popcorn snare, like a little piccolo snare. I sold
I would be hoarding that shit like a motherfucker, dude. Like, I have all these instruments around the basement. Like, I have a Chinese fiddle over there. I have a mandolin in that fucking thing. I have a kalimba is somewhere.
You had the djembe, right? Or,
it's there's some in there, I think. I think the steel drums like to the right.
You have a steel drum?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, dude. Just like I have all this like little shit, and I'm like, yo, I love them. They're so fucking dope.
Steel drum's part of my catalog that I want to finish off for the drum set.
Yo.
A gong, a steel drum, timbales.
Yeah, dude. It's like the little circle thing. I go like, doo doo.
That would be so fire. And then I got rid of this tambourine that you had to the hi-hat stand. That one kind of annoying, but like I miss my tambourine. Like I love tambourines.
I think I played tambourine on one of Frank's songs one time. I think that he tried to make me do it and I couldn't like get on beat or something like that. Cause I was way too zooted. So I was like, I can't. I have no idea how to play this thing.
I just want to. I don't know. Like I've said a million times, I just want to make it a salad of fucking instruments.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not.
That'd be dope.
I don't want to waste my money. That's the problem. Like,
make drum beats for rappers, bro.
I'm planning on it. I made a beat for my coworker who has yet to pay me.
Ooh, he made a beat for me too that I'm writing for, bro.
He did pay though. Matt paid.
Yeah, I did pay.
I was working on some lyrics in the car, but I really only have like 4 like lines that I thought of. But granted, we don't have time anyway, so we'll get to that another time, another year when I'm here.
Dude, I gotta sit down and fucking write that fucking song, dude.
She put her head on my shoulder, fuck her like her husband. Like her husband soldier. She loved her the way that I hold her. She's so fine, that's what I told her.
Yeah. Yo, so are you going first?
I don't know. Who knows? We don't have time to record anything now. It's like probably 11 o'clock right now.
Yeah, that's true.
So we just have. Well, I don't know.
I got it right.
I need to. Here's what's probably going to happen. I'm probably going to have to buy a mic because I want to. Once I move to Florida, I'm trying to get a whole. How much piss, dude?
Yeah, like who's in this house?
After I'm done, once I move out, which I don't know how long it's gonna take. Once I can afford a house, I do want to. I'm gonna live in a small enough house, but I want to have a room for my music and shit. I want to have a little recording studio. So I just need a recording equipment, and then I'll be like, "Hey, Matt, here's your verse after 4 years. Here's
our 4 years, they're finally coming out with the song."
Bro, if I had a house the size of this basement, I would be 100% okay.
Dude, right? Like, I don't even need that much space.
Exactly.
I just need somewhere to crash.
I need a kitchen, a bathroom, a bed, a place for my drums and guitars and like computer or whatever, and a place to work out. All I need is a bench and some weights.
Yeah, dead ass. Like,
and a little space for push-ups, but
yeah, like that's what I'm like trying to do in this space down here. I used to have like my computer and like all recording equipment down here, but then I just brought it up to my room because I'm like, I'm never fucking down here to like record stuff, and I'm like always recording in my room, so I'm like just rather bring it upstairs then.
Facts.
And then I'm gonna turn that into a fucking like gym station.
Gang, bro.
It's gonna be fucking fire.
Get those gains, bro. Working out sucks. That's all I gotta say.
Dude, it's like it's such a like side rant. It's so like I used to be on my fucking like shit with like routine working out and stuff like that.
Right.
COVID hit, was not able to get on my shit again after that. Like I still work out and stuff, but like it's not as much like as I used to like going to the actual gym. Like I just do at home workouts. Oh my god, dude, it's such a pain in the ass to like get back into that routine. Oh my god, I'm like, how did I get on this routine in the first place?
I like the gym. Like, actually, no. What am I saying? I prefer going to the gym than working out at home, but I get better results at home because like I'm not distracted. I I feel like the machines don't work as well as weights, which a lot of people can agree. Unless, then again, I go to Planet Fitness, and those machines aren't really the best. You can't really bench anything there either.
Yeah, because also weights, you're like the machine's carrying a lot of the
Yeah.
weight for you. It's assisted. So then, like, if you're doing free weights, it's just you and gravity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like it's a lot more work you're putting into it, and in the machine, you're just like you're not gaining all the muscle you are because you're not working as hard.
100%. What's it called? I don't know. When did I start working out I think I started working out like for real in like 2019, right when I got a job at a gym, and then it kind of died off. But then Corona happened. I got when did I? Oh wait, no, no. Okay, so I started working out for good this year. Because I started working out a little better once Corona happened, because I got sick from Corona when I first started. But after I started working out and eating better, bro, I felt a lot better. Like, I haven't been sick in almost 2 years now. I look better and whatnot. But
yeah, it helps your immune system and stuff like that.
I always took advantage of my immune system. Now it's so important to me.
No, it really is. It's like... like you don't even know how much your immune system does for you on a daily basis, bro. It's like if you didn't have an immune system, we would be so fucked.
There's a thorn in my foot right now. Holy
shit!
Well, I was in the forest in like thorny bushes. Ow, bro!
Oh my God.
This was in my toe, dude. Ow!
Oh my God, that's pretty fucking.
Ow!
Oof! That was lodged in your toe.
Actually, no, not my toe. My palm of my foot. No, but immune system, real shit. Like, I used to eat so much fast food, dude, because my metabolism, I could eat whatever the fuck I want. There would be times I'd leave work, go to Checkers, Checkers, Burger King, Wendy's, McDonald's, and Taco Bell in one sesh, and just get like 2 items from each. And I would eat it all, not gain a pound.
I thought about doing that one time, honestly. Like, I thought about doing that shit.
I mean, then again, you work on that road, so.
Yeah, that's true. Literally everything is on that.
So.
Oh my God, yeah, you're right, actually.
Yeah, and plus I would get the cheap shit too, because I had like the rewards apps, and it would just be like, all right, Burger King especially, the rewards app on that shit last year, bro. Like when I wish that was there when I was half homeless. Like, I did this assisted homeless shit where I lived with my dad. Like, I know originally it was supposed to be like live with my dad half the week and then go around the other half, but it turned to like weekends. I would literally either like sleep in a friend's basement or in my car or just, I don't know. But food was a pain in the ass because I was nowhere close to home. But Burger King had this spend $1 get a free kids meal reward.
Oh my
God.
God.
It wouldn't go away. I would spend $1 and get like jalapeno bites, a burger without the meat, onion rings, and a drink for $1.
What the fuck?
$1.09, my bad, bro. If you know how
that's a bargain.
If you know how to finesse the system with fast food apps, that's probably the easiest thing to ever do. I know 7-Eleven.
You just exposed the whole entire thing. Now they're gonna get rid of it. They're gonna be like, no.
They're gonna listen to this, I hope.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, oh shit.
7-Eleven had this glitch. I don't know if it was a real glitch, but they fixed it. You know Rain Energy?
No, I never heard of that.
All right, well, I believe it's owned by Coke, I believe, who owns I believe Monster as well, but yeah, whatever. Regardless, I think it's Rain and Monster, but all of the rewards, like it would be 500 points, 1,000 points, 2,000 points, 4,000 points. I believe it was if you spend $5, you get the 500 points thing, or $4 you get the 4,000 points thing. Regardless, most energy drinks were 2,000 points. Hello. And Rain
down here is a hello, welcome to the podcast.
Rain for some reason was only 500 points. I finessed that system so bad because it was if you buy 7 Rains, you get 1 free. But I had so many points because I was saving up for a 4,000 reward, but they glitched and gave me the 500 point Rains. So I got so many Rains, and I got more Rains for getting free Rains.
Jesus Christ.
So I literally had like 30 cans of rain for free.
It was just chilling.
Awesome.
Jeez.
And most of them are bad now, so it was kind of a waste, but...
Yeah, but it's just like the fact that you got those.
It's a lesson to learn that to use rewards apps, because, like, a lot of the time, it's helping them, because it makes you think of their food. It's like, oh, now you see their logo, now you open it, you see their photos of the food. Or like, hey, here's 25% off. Or here's $20 off 25 on Uber Eats. You have to finesse the system. Don't get addicted to it. Just finesse it and go.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're right, though. Because, like, once, like... That's why I love reward systems. Because it, like, gives you, like... It brings money back or it gives you free shit.
Exactly.
Know?
Bro.
And it's like, why... The smart thing is that, like, everything that you want to do, you always want to try to get something back in it, you know? It's like, you don't want to always, like, go neg. So...
And that's what I do.
Exactly.
I'm very cheap, but I also... It's not a bad thing,
But that's
bro.
how you, like, thrive in life, though. That's how you survive. Exactly. It's like, if you're not thinking about shit like that, then you're not gonna project. Bro,
like, I go to Food Lion, if I've mentioned that prior, because I live in the South now, and honestly, the rewards there are insane. Like I said, I could get half a cart for, like, $20, but there'll be times when my mom's like, hey, spend $1 on, like, a liquid, or, like, a drink or whatever, like, I don't know, get some cranberry juice, whatever. You'll get $4 back if you spend a certain amount. And I'm already getting shit like that regardless. So it's like, okay, I'll spend an extra $1 to get $3 in profit. I don't know. They can afford to do it. And that's why I love to take advantage of it.
Yeah, exactly.
At first I'm like, I don't want to rip them off. And I'm like, that's the whole point. They're offering it to me. Why am I not taking advantage of it?
Exactly. It's just like the sale's right there. And I'm like,
There was one that truly stuck out to me, but... I was going to bring it up, but now I totally forget. What rewards do I have? Shit. Damn, what was that? Shit. I'll give myself like 3 seconds. If I don't remember, I'm just changing the topic. Damn it, whatever, forget it. I don't know. It's important to finesse the system. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, exactly. Finesse the system and profit for yourself. The system is there for you to benefit.
I remember watching on TLC the couponing show. I forget what it was, but they'll spend hours on end clipping coupons, and half the time they'll get like 12 carts of groceries and make money off of it because of coupons. Yeah,
it's like, what the fuck? It's like you save so much money.
Exactly. Just take advantage of it. Coca-Cola isn't going to be hurt if you get $10 off of... $2 off of a Coke, but then you got 5 of them, you get $10 off.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not going to hurt from that. Not everybody's going to do it. That's the thing with the world. Like, you have to take advantage when you can. Because, like, think about crypto. Apparently only, like, 30% of people in the world own crypto.
Yeah.
In a few years, I feel like it's probably going to hit, like, 60 or whatever. Take it when you can. Not everybody's going to spend 4 hours clipping coupons. Do it. If you have the potential and you want to do it. Nobody else is going to do it. You're not going to kill it by you're not going to kill the opportunity by being the only one. I don't know. If you have the potential to do it. That's with anything in life.
Yeah. Exactly.
If a girl's single, take her up. Just take the chance. Because probably some other guy's going to do it next. And they might wife her up first before you. Because you didn't go for it.
Exactly.
I mean, granted, I'll be single the rest of my life, but... You know what I mean. If there's a dollar on the ground, take it. Like, if it's a free open road, take it. I mean, will a homeless guy need it more? Yes, but if you see a homeless guy, give it to him. It's just the whole idea of, like, if it's there... I don't know. If I see the $20 on the table, I'm going to take it. Yeah. You're not holding it.
You're not holding it. And also... You could redistribute it if you don't need it, you know? So it's just like, yo, if you don't need that thing, take it and then put it in another place.
Exactly. Bro, my friend gave me $1 today. You know what I could get with $1? I could get a thing of sour cream. Like, one man's trash is another man's treasure. He didn't need that $1. He's like, here, you can have this. I'm like, bro, I have 10 pounds of potatoes at my house. I could run to Food Lion and get $1 sour cream. Bro, that just fixed my...
Your cravings, you know?
I hate that word, cravings.
Cravings.
I hate that word. I want to talk about that. Go fucking ball. Good transition.
That's how mad he was.
Bro, fuck commercials. I hate all this vocabulary they use in commercials. Oh, crispy, juicy, delicious, tender chicken nuggets. Or fucking Wendy's are juicy, crispy fries. Shut the fuck up,
Yeah,
dude.
dude, literally it's all just little... I learned that in my marketing class. They use, like, all specific words to try to get you to, like, want the product more. So, like, those are, like, supposed to be describing words of you wanting to want it more, but it's just like, no, please, I'm cringing.
Mouth watering, lips smacking. Shut the fuck
lips
up.
smacking.
I
no.
didn't care at first until I started living with my dad. My dad
Lips
retired.
smacking.
My dad retired, and all he does is watch TV now. You know how many fucking times I have to hear the same commercials with the same stupid CeraVe. Hi, it's me, your skin. I'm craving something special. Or I have to hear fucking Wawa commercials. This summer at Wawa, get your perfectly paired pumpkin spice latte. I go on their app because I wanted to try their Chips Ahoy shake. Get your fave crave. Shut the fuck up, dude.
It's like, who is in charge of this marketing fucking information?
What word should I use instead? I want cereal. I'm craving cereal. Just speak like a human. I hate when people... I don't know. Especially
It's
with...
like, I feel like it's like white girl talk, you know? Like, it's like, oh my god, I'm craving cereal right now. I'm craving it. It's just like, bro, it's like... And it's like a noble person to be like, I want cereal. You know? Like, I want cereal.
Same with people who are very pretentious. Oh, I seldom go to the store. I rarely go to the store, asshole.
Yeah, it's like, who are you trying to impress? It's like, I'm a fucking regular dude. What am I gonna fucking be like, oh, you use seldom, here's $50, you know? Like, congratulations.
I hate just pretentious talk. I hate... Just get to the point. Why do we need synonyms? Like...
Yeah, it's just like, who am I trying to impress? Like, what is me changing from, like cool to extraordinary, you know? Like, how does that change the situation?
We had a 5th grade circus. I think we had the circus every year, but in 5th grade you performed it. And one of the substitute teachers saw it, and she's like, that was amazing, stupendous, spectacular. She went on for probably a minute straight of just synonyms. I'm like...
It's like, you could have just said the one word, and it's like all those words just mean the same thing, so you just said the same thing 10 fucking times. In a different way. It's just like, okay, it's just like saying ciao in like 10 different languages. It's like you're saying the same fucking thing, just in a different way.
God, I was at my second college, and this is more of a... I wouldn't say pretentious, but it was definitely more of a high-end college. Not high-end, but high-end compared to my first college. And I had this English and business class. And this woman, she was so like, oh, I'm a doctor of English. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, go fix my broken toe, bitch.
You're gonna fucking surgically splice this sentence, dude. Like, what the fuck?
We had to do this project. And there was 2 things about this project that really killed me. You had to make a business with a group. So for our group, we just thought of something stupid. I was wearing a ramen noodle hoodie because, like, I've been wearing that for years. And we were like, you know what has beef noodles? Let's make it beef noodles. She's like, you're not making it beef noodles. We're like, okay, fine. Next gen. She's like, that's not politically correct. I'm like, are you retarded? What?
What?
So I said, all right, fine. Next generation. That's the first thing that really concerned me about this woman. Next thing, she's like, you need to create a shibboleth for your project. And like,
What the fuck is that?
Me and the boys, I actually started physically crying of laughter. And she's like, stop laughing. I'm like, what the fuck is a shibboleth? I'm like, I was crying. I was legit crying. Like, I haven't cried in 6 years for a sad reason, but that was the one time I've actually cried of laughing. And she's like, it's like a catchphrase. And I'm like, why the fuck couldn't you say catchphrase? Like, what's the point of saying...
Yeah, it's like, what? It's like you're not... It's like, it's so complex that it's missing the communication of, like, the whole entire thing, you know? It's like you sacrifice the point for you to be cool, you know? It's like, what...
You're confusing people. We're not that smart. Like, we're 17 to, like, probably, in that class, 25-year-old students. Maybe one girl in that class knew what shibboleth meant, but, like...
Yeah, it's like on a rare occasion because she accidentally heard it from something else, you know? And it's like, and that's why the teacher is using it. Because she accidentally heard it from something else. She's like, yo, that's cool. And then she like, I'm going to say it in front of these kids that sound smart, you know?
You could use that with anything. Like, if I was talking to someone about making a beat, I could be like, oh, bro, did you hear that 808? And they'd be like, what the fuck is that? Instead of saying the bass. Granted, it's separate, but like, how are they going to... They wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah. The subwoofer.
Yeah, they're not going to know what that is.
Yeah, the subs.
Fuck, what was I going to say? Motherfucker, what was I going to say?
With the fucking catchphrase teacher.
It's something with that, but whatever.
Chivalry.
Nobody gives a fuck what I have to say anyway.
Like good.
Oh yeah, I've been watching Regular Show a lot, right?
Yeah.
And there's the episode where Rigby drinks his Get Smarter juice, and then him and Mordecai.
Oh my god, yeah.
Him and Mordecai drink it, and then they're like, "Bro, we're too smart that everything else seems stupid to us." And you just see, it's a TikTok noise where like, and then.
Yeah, dude, that was like that weird acid trip video.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I remember that one, cause, yeah, dude, I remember watching that and I was like, well, shit. I was like, wait, they actually have a point. It's like, damn, we became so smart that like nobody could like literally understand anything they were fucking talking about.
It's crazy. Like if you talk to me in broken slang or something like, "My G was good, bro," like that sounds a little racist. Shut the fuck up. What it be? What it do?
Yeah.
I'll understand what you
Good
mean.
looks, yeah.
You talk to my dad, be like, "What did it? What that dog do?"
Yeah, like some shit like that. Yeah.
It'll be like, "It's what is that dog doing?" Or "What the hell did you just say?" If you said that to me, I'd be like, "Oh, that dog is taking a shit." Like,
yeah,
I know what you're talking.
Yeah, exactly.
I know what you're
It's like,
saying.
I can't go up to my mom and be like, "Yo, what's good?" You know, like I can't like say that shit. Like,
Oh my! I told my
or like
dad.
it's brick out. Like,
Exactly.
nobody's gonna know what that is. Like dead ass. I'm not gonna use that about my mom. Like,
My mom uses dead ass sometimes.
really? Yeah,
incorrectly,
that's
but
funny as fuck.
she tries, and it's pretty funny. Like,
or like
I'm not saying that slang is stupid, but like, it can be stupid, and someone,
oh yeah, some words are fucking stupid, and I'm still using them like fire lit. Like yeah,
but like people who are more quote unquote intelligent. Shut up. People who are more quote unquote intelligent are gonna be like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Because we're not talking in proper grammatically correct English. Dude, if you could hear the piss.
Yeah.
But like, that is flowing.
Yeah, it's going over.
I told my dad, I was back when I was living with my dad for a bit. He texted me. He's like, "When are you coming home?" I'm like, "I'm gonna dip in 10 minutes or whatever." And I left, and I got home. I checked my phone. He's like, "Where were you?" I'm like, "I said I was gonna dip in 10 minutes." He's like, "What does that mean?"
I'm like, it's just like, oh yeah, I forgot.
That came out early 90s, that term, though.
Yeah.
That's 31 years ago. I'm not saying, like, Dead Ass, which came out, I don't know when Dead Ass came out, but it started getting popular, at least around here, probably, like, 2012-ish, from what I recall. I don't know.
Yeah, around then.
But still, it's like, I'm not saying something like, sheesh.
Yeah, like, sheesh.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, I'm going to dip out in 10 minutes. What else is that supposed to be? I don't smoke. I don't do chewing tobacco. I don't use dip.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's like, use context clues. That's what I don't get that people literally don't do. It's like, okay, if you don't understand what the word means, use context clues to try to figure out what the word means, because, like, you'll understand what the full fucking sentence means, you know?
If you don't, just ask.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, my dad did ask, but I missed the text, so I was driving.
Did?
Don't text and drive, by the way.
Yeah.
God.
Don't do that.
Bro. Yeah. Hi, guys. I hit a tree twice today. I wish I was kidding. It was a narrow road. Fucking first time I ever hit something like that. Yeah, first time I actually ever hit anything, I'm pretty sure.
One time, I was in this complex and I was with my ex, and I was like fucking like backing up, and all of a sudden I think I backed up way too fast, and I fucking hit that garbage pail, like that huge garbage dumpster.
Oh my god.
I backed my car into that, moved the fucking truck, and it like, there's a huge dent in the left side of my car, and it has some green. It had green paint from the dumpster on it on my car, and then I tried to like take a fucking like pen, like a paint pen, and just go over it. And made it look shittier, but I was like, holy shit.
Bro, I love paint pens. I own so many.
Yeah, I tried on my car, and it just made it look even shittier.
Nail polish apparently is good for that shit.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Just dump it all over my car.
Do you still have that same truck?
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Yeah, dude.
Bro, my boy Dan, we were chilling outside of my job one time, and there was a video. I was trying to make like a meme for Snapchat, and I was backing up. I ended up backing up into his car. My ass left an imprint into his car.
What?
I'm flat. I'm a dude. I don't have a big ass. There's a bump in. Well, he got a new car, but there was a bump in this dude's car from my ass, dude.
Damn, your ass is legendary. It just imprinted into there. It's like, now you know forever for the rest of your life.
Exactly. Paint pens remind me of something. You know how I said, like, always take advantage of what you can do?
Yeah.
I know everybody, like, shits on, like, scalpers or whatever, like, when they buy, like, 20 PS5s and then sell them for more. I remember when, I believe it was AC Moore. AC Moore was gone out of business, and they had, like, 90% off. Bro, the amount of spray paint, like, paint pens, the amount of shit I got for, like, $20.
That I would have taken advantage of, like spray paint and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's fire.
Granted, that spray paint was terrible. I gave it away, but
damn, really?
It was that bad. But take advantage of shit when you can. If you get a coupon in the mail and you're like, I could use that, and you're not hoarding it, use it. If you see 90% off at the store, walk in. It doesn't matter if it's like, I don't know. Would I ever go to, like, a sex shop? No. But, like, if there's a 90% off thing, maybe I could find, like, a cool t-shirt or something. I don't know.
Like something, yeah.
Maybe you could give a t-shirt to a homeless man. He doesn't care if it has, a dick on it. Like,
yeah, exactly. It's
flip
a
it
fucking
around.
shirt, yeah.
Flip it around, dude.
Turn it to that, yeah.
Bro, I don't know. That's another thing, like, as much as, I don't know. I just hate how you never know who's homeless or not. Because I donate to, like, food banks, whatnot. I have to do that still. I usually donate, like, 100 to food banks each year on Christmas. But I like to rather just give shit out. Like, I'll make a bag. My mom and I used to, like, go to the city. We'd make a bag of, like, a t-shirt, like, some gloves, like, $5 in there, and then a bunch of food. Because, like, maybe $10, because, like, $5 isn't going to get you shit. But, like, I feel bad because sometimes maybe they're just crackheads, and we're just giving them shit to go to their house with that they can still afford.
Yeah.
Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I drug them. I don't know.
No, okay, I know what you mean, because there's a lot of people who, like, literally pretend to be homeless just so they can get a shit ton of money and haggle people and then go back to, like, their house in fucking Long Island. You know? It's like in the Hamptons.
You think about it. It's like, if you give a homeless person $5, and that happens 3 times an hour, that's minimum wage in New York. That's not hard. Bro, I would, when I worked at, I'm not saying my job, when I did curbside orders at my old job, I mean, I still work at the same place, but different location, but I would get tips for that too, and honestly, that shit racks up, so I can only imagine what you're getting at the corner. Granted, 90% of people are gonna, ignore you, but you get grandma feeling bad, she gives you a 10, that's more than a lot of people make per hour.
Yeah.
Like, granted, it sucks being on the side of the road, especially when it's cold, but still, it's not hard. It's just more, like, I wouldn't say embarrassing, but it's, like, humiliating to have to do that.
Yeah. It's like you gotta, like, put your fucking pride aside and shit like that, all that stuff.
I mean, if you are fully homeless, you gotta do what you gotta
it's like, you don't have a choice.
If you're not homeless and you're just doing that for the money, it's like, then you're just humiliating yourself. But who would know? That's the thing. You could never tell. Some crackheads will look more dirty than homeless people. And, like, a homeless person, you could walk past them and you never know. Like, you could have been homeless. Yeah. And you look totally normal.
I was homeless for a little bit.
Word. Same.
Yeah, exactly.
Technically, but were you, how homeless were you?
In my car.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm lucky that my car, like, actually, like, turns into kind of a bed. Like, I can take the passenger seat down, take the head off, and then it combines into the back. And I was just, like, chilling out there, just looking at my, like, the moonroof, and I'm like, yep, this is life now.
Bro, it's not bad.
It's not. Like, I would love to live in, like, one of those fucking, like, what is
RVs?
Yeah, like an RV, like, car, and, like, fucking travel the country and stuff like that. Have, like a Mercedes and, like, fucking, like, turn it into one of those, like, shower...
camper type things?
One of those things. Like, that would be fucking fire.
Bro, I'd have, like, the 10-hour school days. I would do, like, 2 days a week. And I would have, like, long-ass breaks in between my classes sometimes. And I really didn't want to have to drive, like, 20 minutes home, 20 minutes back.
Yeah.
Because it's not like I was going there at 8 in the morning, 8 at night. It was, like, I'm done at 2, and then I go back at, like, 5. I would get, like, a big piece of foam, put it in the back of my truck, and then pop the seats down, pop the heads off, put foam, 2 blankets, a pillow. Amazing.
Yeah, damn.
It was so nice. And then I tried it again when I was technically homeless, but I did it when it was fucking freezing out.
That shit fucking blows.
I started hallucinating.
Really?
So I had to go home. I was like, I had to swallow my pride and just drive 45 minutes home.
Damn.
I had...
Wait, so, like, you were literally seeing shit because of how cold it was?
Yes, I was trying to sleep.
Holy
I couldn't
shit.
sleep for 5 hours. I think I gave up on sleeping at 3 a.m. I started at, like, 9 or 10 o'clock, and I was just laying there. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's like your body, like, wouldn't, like, shut down. It's like, I'm in survival mode right now, bro. It's like, I can't fall asleep.
Do you want to know what I had on?
What?
And it wasn't even... It was, like, 31 degrees. It's not that cold. Granted, I don't know. I had socks on. I had shorts, 2 pairs of sweatpants, a shirt, a t-shirt, 2 sweatshirts, a jacket, a hat, and gloves. And then 2 blankets, 2 really soft blankets, and the rest of my shit. That should have kept me, like, insulated, but it clearly did not.
Yeah, it's like cars don't have that kind of insulation.
Yeah, but I would have figured...
It's just metal.
Yeah, it's crazy. But then I tried it again on Easter, because I was like, you know what? There's no point in me going back home and then waking up early to go to an Easter church service. Matt usually, not you, Matt, but Matt lives close to my old church.
Yeah.
And usually I would sleep at his house or Kevin's house, but they both had Easter plans. I just slept in my church parking lot. And honestly, it's not bad.
No.
Granted, it was warm, but it's not that... Bro, I didn't even put the seats down, because at that time, I had a fucking snack shop in my trunk, so I just slept on the seat, literally like that, and it still wasn't that bad. Kind of relaxing, waking up at 6 in the morning, getting an egg sandwich out of your car. Like,
yeah, literally just being like, yo, I'm already in the car.
Like, what's up? Go get an egg sandwich, and they're like, wait, no, I woke up, saw my pastor, I'm like, yo, what's good? He's like, what?
How the fuck?
He's walking his dog in front of the church before the service. Like, what is the dog doing here?
Yeah, it's like,
I get an egg sandwich from Matt's old job, and then I come back.
Handy pantry, bro.
We just doxed his old job.
Yeah.
And then I went to an Easter service, saw my friend from kindergarten's mom. Well, I mean, he's still a good friend today. We don't talk a lot, but you saw him at the party, Brian. But
oh, yeah, I know who he is, yeah.
I saw his mom there because his mom loves me and my mom. And she's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, oh, well, I slept in my car and my mom's in another state. And she's like, you could always sleep in my house if you ever need connections, bro.
Yeah, connect.
I have a free house to sleep in if I ever need it because she loves me and she understands. But I didn't take up that offer. I never had the reason to because I think that was the last time I ever had to sleep in my car. But, bro, just talk to people. Because, like, if you're ever homeless... I had a list of probably like 30 people. Okay, the original goal was, since my dad is far from my job and my school, the original goal was to like see my dad on days I'm off, like which is like 3 or 4 days a week, and then the rest spend a week at each friend's house. Yeah. Because I was moving and I wanted to at least spend like some quality time while having a house. I would pay them each week, whatever. I had like 30 people in mind. I think probably like 15 people said yes. 5 people said no. Basically, all of them flaked.
Really?
But Matt was okay with it.
Because Matt's a fucking G, bro.
Exactly.
Matt's literally like Jesus.
And then, you know, for some reason, Kevin was like, you could sleep here whenever you want. Kevin and I were...
Because Kevin's dope, too.
Kevin and I weren't really that close. We were close. We played drums in high school, but, like, we didn't really talk after that. Then I went to his Halloween party, and then all of a sudden, like... we just became cool again, and, like, I was like, Kevin, can I sleep here tonight? He's like, you can sleep here whenever you want. And, like...
it's just like, yay!
And it's like, damn, he's one of my closest friends now. Just we went from like knowing each other, like we're cool, and now he's like one of my closest friends, just because like we spent like every weekend night together, jamming out, getting egg sandwiches at like 5 a.m.
That's fucking fire, dude.
Bro, I had some of the best nights with him. It was amazing. We'd watch like Super Jail on Adult Swim, like late night shit. Like,
dude, I remember Super Joe. That was a good show.
that was a weird show, bro.
It was so random. Like I was like, what the fuck am I watching half the time?
As a kid, I was very like, I was a mama's boy who tried to be like the best boy possible, and like I was not allowed to watch like adult cartoons. I was not allowed to watch like Family Guy or whatever. But like whenever I saw like an ad for Super Jail, I didn't even see like the show. I just saw like the title screen. But like the fact that it was on Adult Swim kind of like scared me. I'm like, that's probably like a scary show. And like,
dude,
it was for once.
Yeah, dude, I was like the same when I was like younger too. Like when I saw Adult Swim and stuff like that, I like, got like a genuine fear because I thought that was actually like gonna be some scary shit. And now I'm watching it and like as I'm like older, I'm like, I don't even understand Adult Swim now, you know, and I'm still like an older like person, and I'm like, I don't know.
I mean, like Aqua Teen Hunger Force, that's not gonna scare you, but like Super Jail, it's might
yeah,
scare
because
you.
like it's like fucking just like gross looking, you know, like this like some of the stickers under the fucking table and stuff like that has like the same type of style as Super Jail. There's the nastiest fucking creatures on there, dude, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Meanwhile, I was fine with watching like Mr. Meaty. Like everybody got scared of that. I thought that was a dope show.
I love that show, but like obviously like that fucking guy, he looks so weird, dude. He's like the skinny dude.
What was his name? Not Carter. I forget his name, but that was such a great show.
Yeah, dude. I wonder if that's on Hulu or something, because I definitely want to fucking watch that tonight.
I think I've seen like an episode or two on YouTube.
On YouTube?
Yeah. I mean, you could definitely find it somewhere. It's not like it's a long-running TV show. It was more like a one-season little thing. That was... I remember the tapeworm episode. My mom was like...
I remember that. Yeah.
You should not watch it. I'm like, I don't care. It's like creepy puppets. It's fine. I'm not going to get nightmare about this.
You should not watch that.
My mom was very odd with what she was strict about.
Yeah, it's like... No, that's how my mom was. Like, she'd be like really lenient with some shit and then like super strict to some shit. I'm like...
It doesn't make sense. Like my mom doesn't want me watching Harry Potter because she thinks the witchcraft will get to me. But
what?
I don't understand what I don't care. I don't really need to watch Harry Potter. But like she's also the same woman that doesn't care when she sees me walking on the highway, the literal highway. I was walking on Sunrise Highway because the service road over by her job. Well, not job anymore, obviously we moved, but it ended. Like, it literally was a dead end. I went through the forest, walked on the physical highway. I hear a honk, and it's my mom waving at me.
What the fuck? And it's just like, okay, just not pick me up.
My mom doesn't care about the physical things I do. It's the mental things, like watching shit, which I can understand. I see shit that plays now, I'm like, I do not want to, if I had a kid, I would not want him watching that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, sometimes, like, I'll, like, thinking things now. It's like, okay, I have the full consciousness to understand that like that's not real or like that's like dumb bullshit or like whatever it is. But like when you're a kid, you don't know.
Yeah.
So it's like you see that shit and you're just like, what the fuck? And you're like, okay, now I understand why a lot of people are weird with certain things. And you're like, hey, maybe you shouldn't be watching that because you can't fully mentally comprehend what the fuck is happening. So it's gonna like break you.
Yeah. I could understand why she wouldn't want me watching Family Guy at like 15. Yeah, 15, sure. Yeah. But like Call of Duty, if I'm 15 and you don't want me playing a shooter, it's like, what am I get it. There's like that 1% of kids that will shoot up a school because they learned it from Call of Duty or GTA. 99% of the time they're not going to. They understand.
It's like though, like that's like shit with that. It's like they have their own like mental problems that they're going through, and then they saw Call of Duty, and then they just use that as an outlet. The piss train. Yeah, it's just like a lot of kids don't have that fucking like built up demon within them that they want to like spew onto other people. So it's like
I can actually understand. I can understand in a way because it's not like back when like you would play. I don't know. Even I was thinking like back when they had Doom, but then even Doom, that's pretty graphic. I'm thinking maybe like an Atari game, like I can understand, like, they can be like, oh, it's a shooter game, but it doesn't look like you're shooting someone. You're playing GTA, it's like, okay, that's a human shooting.
Yeah, that's a human.
That's
yeah.
not an 8-bit, 6-pixel guy going pew.
Yeah, like like a little fucking like 8-bit just go do do do, and then you go.
I can understand that it's like a new. It's like how I see something like the metaverse. I'm like, I don't want anybody joining that because that will fuck you up mentally.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. Like I can go on forever about talking about that shit. How I think that's gonna fucking crash and burn. It's like, yeah, let's take the main guy who's like responsible for like the mental illness of like our whole entire society and let him go into control of a whole new fucking virtual world. It's like, who thought that was fucking good? You know? It's like, yeah, he's gonna fucking poison the minds of like millions of people.
Mm-hmm. It's like how parents were like, I don't want you having a smartphone. Like if you had a parent, like when I think my parents were in their 50s when iPhone started coming out, and they did not want me to have like a smartphone while everybody else was getting a smartphone. I 100% understand why. Granted, I don't consider myself that addicted. I mean, I am addicted just like everybody else, but I thankfully was one of those people that understood, like, shit, this is a problem. Shit, metaverse is a problem.
Yeah,
shit,
exactly.
Social media in general is a problem.
It's like becoming conscious of the things around us. It's like not getting trapped in the trap, you know?
Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm scared of young parents, because you go to Target, you see Baby Shark on an iPad in front of a 2-year-old, in front of their eyes, instead of seeing what the real world is like. You know how cool it is thinking back of, like, when you're younger and you're like, I mean, obviously you're not going to remember when you're 2, but, like, when you're 4 and you go to Target, a super Target, and there's the neon lights, and, like, wow, what's back there at the, where all the inventory is? That's a whole new world back there.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to have an imagination as a kid. Back when your DMT levels are high as a kid and you can imagine shit, use that shit up. Because once you get older, you're like, okay, that's a wall.
It's like I understand what everything is. It's like, okay, that leads to there, that leads to there. It's like I already know it's like that, you know?
Mm-hmm. Bro, I'm actually... You know how I wrote the book, right? I wrote a book about my life. I wrote a second... I'm working on a second... I have like 6 ideas, but I'm working on a second one called... I'm not saying what it's called. But it's basically like this. It's like a one-person podcast where I just go off on topics. And one of them is that, like, you need imagination. Because if you're forced on watching Baby Shark as a kid and someone takes away YouTube from you, that's all you have. Like, what else do you have to be happy for? You take away their iPad, they're screaming. Yeah,
dude, it's like that numbing. It's like the new pacifier.
Yeah.
It's like that. That's like the new thing that's like in front of them that they have to like focus on. And when you take it away, it's like gonna bother them. It's like, cause like, also with that stuff, to me, that's like a reflection on the parents that they don't want to like deal with their kids, so they rather like shove an iPad in front of them and like numb them out, so they're like distracted. So they're just like off doing whatever the fuck they want to do. You know, it's just like.
Okay, parenting's a job. Don't be lazy at that.
Yeah, it's just like if you want to have a kid, you gotta like be fully attentive to it. It's like you can't want to. I don't know. I have a whole thing with kids. It's like if you want to have kids, like you gotta like be done with your like single life, you know, because like your kids are like the second generation. It's like when you're like having a kid, you're pouring the rest of your life into your kid to make sure that projects into the future. You know, it's like. You gotta make sure your life is done.
Mm-hmm. They learn as a kid. Granted, like if you saw me as a kid and you saw me now, I've gone a whole 180, but I at least can understand what my parents have done for me to make me a good enough person. Like, they taught me how to be a good person, and I'm not gonna be cocky like, oh, I'm so great, but like, I can be an asshole a lot, but at the end of the day, I'm not an evil person. I'm not going shooting up a school. I'm not going fucking, I don't know. I'm an asshole, but at least I do dumb shit, which is what my parents didn't want me to do. But at least I learned to deal with my consequences, deal with the world as how it is. Do something, you bear the consequences of it.
Exactly. It's like there's always a reaction to every action.
But now it's just, hey, here's an iPhone at 4 years old. Okay, if you give them a Barney VHS tape because you have to go cook dinner, okay. But don't give them fucking, like... Baby Shark or like Coco Melon instead of teaching them.
Give them
a book.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
if that's anything, at least they have to put work into reading.
Yeah.
You don't need work to watch Cocomelon. I mean, you kind of do. It's still reading. Off topic, but let's see how much battery you got on your phone.
We still got a lot, damn.
Oh yeah, we got 2
and
hours.
Frankie's calling.
That sucks.
What in tarnation is going on?
Let's see. Did he text me? My dad said K.
Oh, he said my bad.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, okay.
Ruin it, boy. Will that mess up the recording or anything?
Oh no, we're still recording and shit.
Gang.
Yeah.
Alright, my dad. Shit. Damn, my dad texted me like 2 hours ago. I didn't even notice.
Shit. You said 2 hours and we're almost at 2 hours. That's crazy.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll let you know when I'm leaving. All right, little message break just because. Let's see, is there anything necessary right now? It doesn't seem to be cool. So yeah, if you have kids, please keep them away from Netflix. Keep them away from YouTube. Please keep them away from anything. Like I said before, like you will get so burnt out if you have a bunch of things. Don't give them a lot of toys. Give them toys that will mean something to them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
There's like balance with everything. It's like having a lot of things is bad, but like having just enough things. It's like having no things is bad and having a lot of things is bad. It's like having like the good amount of things is good. You know, it's like the fucking Goldilocks shit, you know? It's like not too hot, not too cold. The warm, bro.
But those bears, bro.
Yeah.
With the fucking porridge.
Yeah, the porridge.
What is it called? I think a good example of that is like a TV back in 2004 or whatever. Back in like the early 2000s is like a good time of TV because unless you had something like satellite TV or whatever, you had 100 channels. Probably like 20 of those you can't even use. You probably have 5 channels that you'll actually watch as a kid. You have Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Disney. Maybe you'll put on like NBC to watch something like. I liked watching like reality shows when I was younger. I watched like Hell's Kitchen, Biggest Loser, whatever. But I had like 10 channels at most. YouTube. There's a new channel every millisecond, dude. That's new content.
There literally is a new fucking channel every second.
You don't have to put any work. I always bring this up, like, the reward is better if you put in some work. If you want to watch the new episode of SpongeBob, unless you have like DVR or something, you have to get there at 8 o'clock on the dot and sit your ass down. Now it's like, oh, cool. 12 seasons of SpongeBob right on Netflix. Dude, what do you get out of that minus you just drain there just watching it for fun? Yeah. No, bro, I want to see the new episode of SpongeBob. I want to see the Krusty Towers episode right after this tug-of-war Nickelodeon ass. I don't know what they were doing, but I remember that day. Yeah. They had a tug-of-war episode, and they're like, the new episode of SpongeBob starts now. Krusty Tower episode. Such a goated episode. I remember that because, you know, it was worth staying till 8 o'clock to watch that shit.
Dude, because that's like the things that like make it's like an event. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like, yo, you gotta like be there at 8 unless you're gonna miss it.
Exactly. It's simple as that. Or like the Kids' Choice Awards. That's like they're not even gonna replay that shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's like that's once a year, and if you miss it, you're done. Mm-hmm. You know.
Now it's like, oh, you see the whole thing on YouTube. It's like you can watch it whenever you want. Granted, you could do that with Kids' Choice too, but back then you couldn't. So
exactly,
you had 1 or 2 chances to see it, and that's kind of made it better for you.
It's like now we got the freedom.
Exactly, you got the freedom, but that's comes with like responsibility to it, and that responsibility, just like with real freedom, is like you can definitely overdo it, and that's why it's not worth it. Same thing with like Uber Eats. Like you could have any food you want just delivered to your house. I think it tastes better if you go and get it yourself. That's just me. I don't know. But.
Yeah, exactly. It's like same thing with like. It's just like that's like in your mind it's like getting handed to you instead of you going out and getting it yourself, you know?
Exactly.
It's like it's more rewarding in your mind to get it yourself than like just to get it handed to you because like you didn't work for it, you know?
Exactly, dude. It's shit like I'd rather be given a check than Frank handing me $100 bill. Obviously, it was a joke, but like,
yeah.
I feel bad taking that. If I worked for 9 hours, 10 hours after tax, I'll take that 100, sure. Like, it means something. And I'm a lazy dude. I hate working, but like, I'd rather not. Bro, I didn't get a single cent from Corona. That's how much I am. I mean it. I'm not. As much I should have taken money because I hate the government, but like at the end of the day, I know that stimulus checks and all that is just fucking us up. So I didn't partake in any of that. I got one unemployment check from my old job. I didn't get it from who the fuck runs whatever. I didn't get it from the government. I got it from my job because they gave it. I didn't sign up for any unemployment shit. I worked my ass off during Corona.
Mm-hmm.
I did that shit because one, I wasn't scared, and two, I'm not going to just sit around and be a lazy asshole. I mean, I know a lot of people do, no offense, but it's my opinion. Shut up.
Yeah. Exactly.
What did you do during Corona?
I did a lot of shit during Corona, actually, which is fucking weird, dude.
Dang.
Like, at first, like... Wait. Okay, so at first, like, I, like, worked at the place that I work now, but then I quit. And then I went to go work at a venue, and then do you know 89 North?
Yeah,
Patrick? So I was interning there, and then the first day that I got a fucking job there, the first night, and then I was like he wanted me to like do security and then like work my way in and shit like that. So I was like whatever, and then this first week finally did it. Second week I was gonna do it. Day 2. Whole fucking world shut down, dude. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So then, I think I was gonna get unemployment off of that, and then I worked at I don't know how long I got unemployment for. No, I didn't get unemployment for the longest fucking time. Worked at this fucking dairy barn or whatever it is for a day, and then I fucking quit, and then I got kicked out of the house and I was homeless for a bit. And then I came back here, and then I think I was on unemployment for a bit, and then I went back to the job that I'm at now.
I can relate with so much of that shit, bro.
Yeah, dude, it's like fucking nuts.
Bro, I don't care if you got unemployment because you were scared of the corona or whatever, but if you just sat back for the entire time and got that $10,000 worth of stimulus to do nothing, fuck you. That's all I gotta say. Nuts. Bro, like, save your money up, I get it, but like, come on. Dude, what was I gonna say? Fuck. I have a story about 89 North, and I have a story about working one day, but like, I don't feel like they're important enough to bring up. They're just fun little stories. Okay, fine. I applied to David Buster's, and I got the job there because I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I need a new job real quick while I'm in college. That's it. I went there one day. I was literally a busboy. My trainer was like, all right, I have to go work, so you take this shit, you Tetris that bitch, and you bring it in the back. And then I did 75% of an entire David Buster's to be a busboy. You know how much work that is? That's a lot of tables to be bussing.
Jesus Christ.
So I quit.
That's a lot of fucking, like, tables, dude. Like,
you know what I did as a dickhead? I threw out all the receipts instead of bringing them back.
Damn. You're just like, yeah, fuck that like, shit.
Nah. No, I actually did that on an accident, but then I was like, oh, wait, I probably should. That has the tip, amount on it. I was like, oh, shit.
You're like, oh, no.
I was like, you know what, whatever, it's fine. Here's the thing, I didn't even get tips any of the first 3 days because, quote-unquote, I was training.
Yeah, you don't get tipped on that day and shit like that. You don't get paid at all.
So how about I get trained next time, huh?
Yeah. Damn.
No, that was horrible, bro. I have yet to work in a restaurant since. Well, technically.
I've only worked in, like, restaurants and shit. I think the only other thing that I worked at, it wasn't a restaurant. I think it was... I mean, it's like Panera and stuff like that. It's a restaurant. Like, the only other thing I worked at was, like, an ice cream shop.
Which is... I worked at a frozen yogurt shop after that. So
it's like... I don't know if it's, like, a restaurant, but it's, like, a
food service.
Yeah.
What have I done besides food service? I worked at a gym. I worked at a store. And I think that's all in terms of non-food service.
I don't think I've ever worked in non-food service. I think I've only worked in food. Oh, no. I worked in carpentry for a little bit. But that wasn't, like... That was, like, just helping my stepdad because he has a business and shit. So, like...
Word.
That wasn't, like, on the book type shit. It was just, like, helping.
I was visiting one of my old coworkers because I love her and her family, and her dad runs a construction company, and he was talking about how like his daughter, my friend, her boyfriends, like 2 of them have worked with him for like a day, and he's like, they didn't even last a day. I'm like, bro, I want to try that.
Yeah,
like,
he was like, it's so fun.
He's like, oh, it's demolition. I'm like, oh, bro, I get to explore a place, then take shit out of it. Yeah,
it's like I get to explode shit, bro.
Like I'm not a very handy guy, but I would love to do like something like that. My friend, he was a plumber. He got to go inside the Amityville Horror House to do the plumbing. He was in the basement of that bitch.
I would be so afraid, dude.
He heard crying in there.
No.
But apparently that was the person who lived there as baby.
Oh, really? I was no, dude. The fucking fear I felt when you said that, I was like, oh,
bro, I thought
no.
I thought that's what it was, and then like a few months later, it's like, no, someone was there. I thought, I'm like, oh.
Oh my god, dude. No, we gotta talk about ghosts now. Do you have any?
Yes!
Dude,
Yes!
The whole rest of this podcast is just gonna be about spirits. I have so many, dude.
Gang.
No, like, I have shit.
Me too.
Like, especially in this house, bro.
Oh, really?
That actually happened right here.
That's fire.
So
go on.
It had, okay, I'm getting, like, every single time that I, like, explain this shit, my eyes get, like, so watery and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's how I know, like, there's, like, some weird, like, shit going on, you know? Mm-hmm. I'm like, so then I was with John, and we were just sitting, like, right here.
Good
just,
timing.
like, we're just sitting right here smoking, you know? And, like, we're just gonna be, like, we're like, okay, quick bowl, whatever, and all that stuff. Every single time we went to go take a hit, we would hear someone on the top of the stairs, like, coming down. So we're like, what the fuck? And then no one's in the house. It's just me and John. Jeez. So every single time we went to go take the hit, we would hear somebody coming down the stairs. We're like, what the fuck, bro? Like, it was, like, so loud to the point that I actually thought someone was home. So then I was like, we gotta go explore this house right now. So we went upstairs, like, I took a bat and all that stuff, and I was like, I had the bat and John was behind me. We were like excavating the whole entire fucking house. I think I took a BB gun, gave it to John, and then like we're like, we searched this house, nobody there. Nobody's here. So then we come back down, and then we're gonna fucking smoke again. Right when I'm about to smoke again, hear the same fucking sound too. And I'm like, no fucking way. This is really, really, really weird. So then we were just like, okay, guess whatever's here doesn't want to smoke in the basement. So like we went outside and smoked. So I was like, shit.
Bro, I love, like, I don't even care if they're fake. Sometimes like those ghost hunting videos.
Yeah, dude, that's like a crack to me. I used to watch those religiously when I was a kid.
I remember Cartoon Network had this, for like 2011 or something, they had these like real life shows, and it was like Destroy, Build, Destroy.
I fucking love that show.
But they had this ghost hunting show with these kids, and they went to like all these abandoned places.
I think I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
I fucking loved that show, but it lasted for like 7 episodes because apparently it was quote unquote too scary, but I loved that shit.
Really?
Yeah,
it's too scary?
It was kind of scary. They like, I forget what it was. They went to like, half of them were like abandoned, half weren't, but like, I mean, if you show like a kid trying to watch Cartoon Network, like ghost hunting in like a dark abandoned hallway, I can understand why it's scary, but like,
I would be so afraid, dude. Like, just being in like an abandoned house in a hallway, like I wouldn't even, I would like have the spooks, like just being in front of that house looking at it, you know, like I feel like I feel that shit, like, and I'm like, nope, my energy is just like, don't even fucking bother, bro. It's like, I'm not even gonna fucking, like, I've done so many of that shit that I feel like that I'm like, my body's like, I can't handle that shit anymore, bro. It's like,
my first abandoned adventure, because I love doing abandoned buildings. My first was Centralized Slip Psychiatric Center. And
I might have been there.
Word. It's
I've been to Pilgrim and I've been to fucking Kings Park.
I haven't been to Pilgrim yet. The one time I was supposed to go, they were boarding it up again, so I was like, oh, good timing.
Oh fuck,
it's all right. They're all the same at the end of the day, in terms of those psych centers. But I walked around this one building of Central Islip Psychiatric Center. It's called the Sunburst Building. It's now remade. All of the buildings are being redone. But I walked around it because I'm like, you know what? I want to walk around it. Like, I want to see if there's an entrance. Because when I was a kid, my grandmother lived in Central Islip, and we would always drive past it. And since the time I was 3, I saw this building, and I was like, this looks like a church or something, some weird building. I'm like, it just intrigued me. I thought about that building since the time I was like 3, 4 to like now.
Yeah.
I've had so many dreams about that building.
Really? What the fuck? It was just like calling to you,
Yes. The first time I walked around there, I went home and I had this feeling like, don't come back. But I've been in there, and those dreams stopped once I finally went inside there, because I just had this...
Don't come back? Why? Like,
I don't know. But it was just telling me, don't come back, but like, I kept going back
I'm getting
to walk
the chills,
around.
dude. I'm getting the chills.
And then they started doing construction on it. So I was like, fuck, we gotta do this. So I took my mom, because my mom always wanted to check it too. We went on Christmas during construction. Like,
oh my god.
So granted, it was half gutted.
Yeah.
But like, I finally got the dreams to go away, because I finally went in. And we had to hide from the cops in the bushes. It was awesome.
Damn, bro. It's like you and your mom like...
I was like, oh shit, that is a motion sensor. So we dipped, and then we saw the cop. I'm like, oh fuck. But we got away.
Shit.
But the dream stopped. Now I have another place that's calling me, but now I can't get in at all because it's all boarded. But I got it.
No, dude, I'm like freaking the fuck out, low key, that you're like mentioning that like the dreams with like the psychiatric centers. Mm-hmm. Like I'm literally like like you see my eyes right now. I'm like literally like about to fucking like cry right now. It's like I'm like
Pete Davidson right now.
Yeah, dude, it's like I fucking cause last time that I went to Kings Park. Mm-hmm. After that, I got these weird fucking dreams of like it was like so weird. I went to Kings Park with John and his like ex, mm-hmm. and then we like went around. It was like the whole place is just cool as fuck, but like the vibes there are just weird. You know, weird. Like you could definitely tell there was like history there. Mm-hmm. There's like still energetic things there. You know, like we left. And then I came back, and then, like, immediately my mom just, like, threw holy water on me. You know, like, I was like, yeah, I was at Kings Park, just whoosh, whoosh. You know, like, that type shit. I was like, okay. But then, that night, I was having these, like, crazy-ass fucking dreams of, like, this, like, nightmare of, like, it was, like, a bunch of different, like, memories of my mind just in a specific sequence. Mm-hmm. And then I was, like... getting freaked the fuck out, and it was like on my mind and like was happening for the next couple of days, and I realized like afterwards I was like, oh, like what if it's like a spirit that attached to me from that thing, and it's trying to communicate to me through my dreams and stuff like that. So then I was like, yo, that's fucked up, bro. Like, and then I did this thing to help it like pass on or whatever, and then like the dream stopped, but I was like, that was the craziest shit I have ever fucking experienced. Like, because like you just saying that like it used your dream to help you come back. Mm-hmm. You know, like,
but it would always be so different. Like it would not resemble the place at all, but I'd be like, that's Central Islip.
Yeah, it's so weird how dreams are like that, because like your soul knows that it's that. Because like I've had dreams where like I would be in my house, but it's not my house.
Yeah.
You know, like I know it's my house, but it's not the house. You know, it's weird.
I love those types. I have so many dreams about my old house back from when I was a child, but it's so disformed. It's so sick. Like,
oh, dude, no, I just had. Oh, okay. I have 2 fucking things to say.
Go for it.
So then there was one thing that I had. I don't know if I had this dream when I was in Italy, but I had this dream that I was in Italy in this fucking apartment. And, like, I knew I was in Italy, and it was my apartment. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Just, like, living life. And then all of a sudden, I go to fucking, Venice. I go to Venice, and I go into this one fucking corridor down this one random alleyway, turn the corner, that fucking apartment's right there, bro. I dead ass, I'm like about to cry right now. Like, I dead ass, like, was so freaked out that it was there. And I was like, I've never been to Venice before, and it was in my dream, and then like I just knew what that apartment looked like. I was outside in the front, everything. Weird as shit. Then I had another dream that like this whole like this weird shit was like happening, and it was like being a detective, I guess, for like something that was like the weirdest dream of like why it was happening. But there was this house that was like that me and my brother were in, and then so vague, I remembered every single thing. And then all of a sudden, like, I start, like, walking, like, I walk around my area a lot, and then, like, randomly decided to take this one fucking turn. Go down that street, and then, like, I look to the left, that fucking house is right there, dude. I've never been in this area before, nothing. Saw it, that house is right there, and I'm like, dude, this is creepy. I was like, it's so weird.
That's happened to me a few times where it's like, you see shit from dreams, like, no way.
Yeah, and it's right there in front of your face. I've never seen that house before. I've never been in this area. Like, there's no way that I would have been able to see this house and remember it. It's right there in front of me.
I had something, like, opposite of that. I do these long walks. I haven't done them often, but back when I was on Long Island, I would find a spot, like, Garden City, and I'd be like, I'm going to go walk there. It would take all day. I did one where I was actually walking to Kings Park, and I was going through Smithtown, and I never take this way to go to Kings Park when I used to drive there, but there was a supermarket there and a bowling alley, and I could have swore those were figments of my imagination, because I have not seen those since I was like 3 years old. I thought they were just fake, but then I was like, they're actually real. What the fuck? I was like, there's no way there's a bowling alley next to a railroad, but there was. I'm like, so okay. Like, I've been to Smithtown a million times, and it was never there, but, like, now it's here.
Yeah,
so it wasn't
like,
fake.
What the fuck? It's like, have I not been paying attention this whole time of, like, that? And then, like, you just kind of, like, subconsciously knew it was there, but you weren't looking at it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, and now all of a sudden you're, like, looking at it, you're like, wait a second, I don't even know if that was there the whole time.
I was like, was this a fever dream? Because, like, even 2016 or something is, like, a fever dream to me. Maybe 2000, whatever, early 2000s was just a fever dream. Nope, it was actually real. So
yeah, it's like, whoa, that actually happened.
That was a really dope walk, honestly. That one was painful, bro. But I do have a Kings Park ghost story. Or spirit story. I don't know how to explain it, but I have, I think, 4 ghost stories altogether.
Dude, I have a lot as well. Like, I'm, like, lining up the stories in my head right now of, like, what I want to tell you.
I have a lot, but I can only, like, pick 4 from my mind. Because I have a section in the book I wrote about, like, paranormal shit. I should call it Aaronormal.
Aaronormal, yeah.
Aarongitis. Aaronheight, 0 degrees Aaronheight. I love puns. Paranormal activity. There was so much I feel like I've dealt with, but, like, the 4 main ones I'm pretty sure were, like, Kings Park, Rockland Psychiatric Center, my old job, and Pizza Hut in Center Reach.
Pizza Hut in Center Reach, I heard that was like a fucking hot spot, dude. I never been there specifically, but Shane Dawson did a video on it.
That's true, like, I heard about that.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's fucking next town over, and I was like, that's crazy.
He just doxed himself.
No, they know where I am.
Gang. Yeah. I'll start with Kings Park. We'll probably go back and forth before I get all of them, but Kings Park is probably the most lame one. Whenever I go to Kings Park, it doesn't matter if it's cold or not, my phone would always just shut off and then turn back on once I leave.
That's so weird.
Like, you can't even, like, power it on, and then once you leave, you power it back on, and it's fine. Battery's fine, everything.
You're sucking that fucking energy out of that shit.
It's crazy, dude. Like, I would need it for a flashlight, and then a flashlight's dead for my phone. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Dude, that shit, it's like, what is actually causing this right now? It's like, what is actually, like, here right now causing that shit?
Thankfully, there's all the windows are broken so I can see, but still, like, dude, like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, it's like, oh.
I was talking to my dad about it. He's like, do you believe in ghosts? I'm like, yeah. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I don't. I'm like, well, I told him about it. I'm like, told him the Kings Park. He's giving me, like, excuses for all, and I'm just like, in reality, there can be, like, reasonings for everything that's happened to me, but it's like, it's so slim.
Yeah, it's like, dude, this, like, universe is so fucking obscure. Mm-hmm. How do we know that there's not, like, literally a lining parallel universe that is happening at the same time as our universe right now? Mm-hmm. But we're just in a different form of matter. that is like, you know what I mean? It's like we're here right now talking, but like there can be a whole other universe happening simultaneously, overlaying on top of ours right now, of just a whole other world just happening as we're happening right now, just in a different.
Oh, okay.
Just, like we're doing this right now, but like there could be ghosts just like fucking like wandering around right now, just living their life in another dimension. We don't even know, but it's layered on top of the same universe.
That's a good way to put it. I think of like.
That's what the fucking I'm pretty sure Scandinavian religions like base it off of. It's like it's like what I forget what it's called. It's like the underworlds of their world. It's like, but it's like a spirit version. It's like what's happening right now, but just like in a different reflection. Like it's in the mirror version.
That's so interesting way to put it, because whenever people say parallel universes, I'm just like thinking, oh, it's just some out in space, it's just the same thing happening, blah blah blah. But then like when you say like layering, I think of like when I make your stickers or whatnot, there's different layers to it. You remove one and then hey, there's another whole other layer under there. So it's
exactly.
Like, it's an interesting way to put it. Obviously, I don't believe in Scandinavian religion, but
no, yeah, but it's like a really good. It's like an interesting thing to think about that like so like another culture like thinks about. You know, so that's why I fuck with a lot of religions too. Like, it's just seeing what different types of people think about what this life is. And like what the purpose is. It's very interesting.
Yeah, for me it's weird because like I'm a good little Christian boy, half Jewish, but I don't know. I know like there's a lot of Christians who like don't really even believe in spirits. Like they'll believe in heaven, but they won't believe that spirits are here. But I believe in heaven, and I definitely believe that spirits are here because I have dealt with so much shit that it's like I don't believe it's not possible. Like, dude,
yeah, it's like it's getting more. I feel like it's getting more prevalent as time goes on.
Especially with like all the EVP shit and like all the equipment they have. I know some of that shit may be faulty, but it's like it's too like it would be too ironic for shit to like line up the way it does with some of that stuff. Yeah,
it's like even if it's not like it's still reading like activity that's happening in that area. It's like what the fuck is happening, you know?
I want to go to some haunted ass places. I definitely want to check out some of like those top level shits.
Dude, like I drove past the Amityville Horror House and that gave me like that, dude, like okay, with that house it's weird because I've heard so many different stories. It's like the murder actually happened in that house, but like there's stories that like the hauntings might be made up. You know, like it could have been like the people coming together to like be like, yo, let's like make this story happen just to get like a cash grab and all that stuff. And like nothing really happened afterwards, like just the murder happened, you know. But like I've gotten weird vibes from that house when I passed it. That one was weird. Kings Park gave me weird vibes. Like Pilgrim didn't give me weird vibes actually. I don't know why. I went on a date with this chick there one time. She like took me there. She's like, yeah, let's like go to Pilgrim. I'm like, okay.
I would never take a girl to Pilgrim. That's literally like
I didn't take her there. She wanted to go there. Like she wanted to fucking honestly don't even know if she told me we were going there. She's like, oh, I know a spot we can go or whatever. God.
I just don't trust that area. Like, I would have gone, like, I was ready to go, but then it was boarded up. But, like, still, even that was, like, kind of off my limits. Because that area is still, like, all the gang shit, like, all the MS-13 buried people there. Like,
yeah, dude. Like, that's what I'm, like, saying. Just, like, because when I went to Kings Park, like, I totally forgot that all that like all that shit was like happening and that it's kind of like their territory.
Well, but Kings is more of just a playground for anybody. I feel like Pilgrim's more for MS-13. There's not a lot of bad shit that happens at Kings Park. Yeah. That's more at Brentwood and then CI. But even CI barely. Well, in terms of the psych center. And CI in general, yes. Yeah, dude. No, that's crazy. It's fucking like all that shit happening in those fucking places. Like it's like dude, it's like all the shit that happened after the activity of that stuff happening. It's like just imagine all that stuff happening while it was up and running. It's crazy, dude. I could understand like their gangs are run for power, but it's just like you're only really impressing yourself. That's all it is. Obviously people are scared of you, but like that's not the way to get power. You should get your power by doing something for someone. Yeah. Like, scare tactic is not the way to get power properly, bro. I don't know. It's just cheap
ways of getting power, you know?
I don't know, like, I would never join a gang, dude. I hate that shit. Like, if it's just a gang, like, oh, me and my boys, yeah, sure. If it's like, if it's not an actual gang, sure. But if it's an actual gang.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I get it. It's like, cause like sometimes like people like literally don't have families, like they don't have anything, and they only have those people, and they're in a gang, and they have to do that stuff to like get by and stuff. But it's also like, there's also other ways of getting by and stuff. It's like, you don't have to do that. It's like, it's hard not to do that. It's like, it's easy to fall into that trap and to get into those cycles, but it's like harder to get to do stuff that's not in that trap. But it's also a lot more worth it.
Yeah, 100%.
Because then you don't have all that shit tied to you.
Exactly. You don't have to risk your life to get out. You don't have to risk your family's life.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's hard to get out. It's like really hard to get out.
And you're really never out either.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude. I always say gang and all that shit, but real gangs.
Yeah, that is. It's like just the knowledge of you knowing that the gang exists and that you were in that gang and all that shit. It's like you're a liability now. So it's like, even if you are out and you're not doing that shit anymore, it's like you're still technically in it because you know the knowledge. So,
God,
one small thing happens and then like, you know,
gangs, cartels, all that shit. It's just, that kind of worries me. I mean, it doesn't worry me, but it's like, I don't get scared easy, but it's like, that's not something I would ever want to encounter, bro.
Yeah, it's because it's like people without morals, you know? It's like when you're going with like people like out and seeing the street and stuff like that, it's like, you know that people aren't going to like act out of line, you know? It's like, but like, you know that people in gangs are willing to go the extra mile to be immoral and do some fucked up shit, you know?
Hundo.
It's like, cause they like, you know, like if like, say like you're in a fight with a regular person, you know it's going to be just like you and them and then all that stuff is going to happen. But like if you're in a fight with a gang member, you know that like you're going to get like tracked, your family's going to get tracked, all this extra shit's going to happen. It's like, it's not honorable, you know? It's like, it's fucking stupid.
It's just stupid and scary, dude, but...
It is.
Gang shit, bro. Let's see.
Yeah. So I wish people didn't have to go into gangs to like survive, but it's like they get trapped in that shit.
Yeah. Well, there's ways to fix it, but people just don't go along with it. We fund more money for space travel, but we instead of that we can fix some fucking crime problems and some towns. But no.
Yeah, exactly. We'd rather leave than fucking fix our fucking problems.
I could understand wanting to leave if the world was in such bad shape, but despite what everybody says about the world and all that shit, we're living, dude. Like, we're still alive. We're still capable of living a normal-ass life, unless you have a cancer or whatever, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's like we have it's like just because that we can fix like the problems that are happening on like Earth right now. It's just that a lot of people don't want to do it.
Yes, we don't need to move to a new... It's going to take more effort to get to a new planet and rebuild.
Yeah, and then also, you're just going to bring those problems to that planet because you didn't fix them here, so you're just going to continue that cycle over there and still fuck it up over there, you know? It's like, you're just bringing the problem over there. It's like not going to be fixed just because you left. You know, it's like the same shit with celebrities too. It's like just because you got all that fame and stuff like that, it doesn't fix the fucking mental issue, you know? It's like new location doesn't mean new, like everything disappears.
Facts. I don't know, I'm just not a big fan of like space travel shit. I could understand if you're doing it for a purpose, like putting a satellite up. We really don't need to study the stars or any of that shit. At the end of the day, what fucking difference does it make if we know about a planet 4 billion miles away? Who the fuck cares, dude? That's my view on it.
Yeah, it's like cuz I would say there would be balance with it, like not all the fun to it, cuz like I understand like when you go like look at other planets, you can like do a comparison to like try to like help better life on Earth in a way of like finding out if that planet works different, then you could like see how it integrates into life here or whatever. But it's like if you put all your eggs into that thing and you're not like fixing what's happening like here, then it's like what the fuck good does it do? It's like, okay, you have all that information but you're not using it, you know? It's like who cares?
It's just an extra study because we do all these $1 million studies just okay.
It's like, okay, and then what are you doing with them? It's like you're getting all this information just for clout.
I can understand if you're doing a study on, like, a product, but it's just like, 10% of males prefer TVs over computers. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, it's like 40% of males, like, prefer tits over ass. It's like, who the fuck cares, you know? Like,
I'm part of that 40%?
Yeah, it's like... I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say. There's this new thing that that the fucking government is like funding scientists to see how humans would react to alien fucking life. It's like, why are you funding that? It's like, who the fuck cares? It's
or
like,
is there a reasoning for this?
It's like, or is there a reason for that? It's like if you're funding that for shits and giggles, just so you know why. It's like, you can literally be fixing any other fucking problem.
Exactly. Studies are so stupid.
Yeah, it's just like, who the fuck cares how people would react if there's an alien encounter? It's like, just have the alien encounter, you know? It's like, have the fucking funds going into something else.
Bro, I got paid $85 to do a survey, like a testing for a razor, for a fucking beard trimmer. Like, I get it, it's for products and all, but the product's out. Why am I testing it? Why are you wasting $85 on me to use a beard trimmer that's already out? You're wasting your money.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably know why they're doing it. I'm just dumbass, but like, from looking at it like a open mind, like, what the fuck are you wasting your money for? Like, I get it, it's their money, they can do whatever the fuck they want, but like, you're just pissing it away, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care. I got $85 to shave my beard. I don't care.
Exactly. You just try some random fucking product that they're just like, here, do it.
And my ball shaver broke, so I'm just gonna use this one instead. I mean,
yeah.
It'll probably nip me a bunch, but whatever.
And nip my sack.
So here's another psychiatric story. So I was going to visit my aunt up in Albany because she does my taxes. Well, not anymore. She used to help with the taxes. She does accounting. She used to teach accounting, whatever. On the way back, I was with my mom. There was this abandoned game farm that you could actually pay to go into, and it's like this big old farm. It seems pretty cool. My aunt bought me a GPS for my birthday. I think it's one of my car. And she was like, yeah, you could put 2 locations in. So you could put the farm and your house. It skipped the farm. You couldn't put 2 locations. So my mom was like, what are we going to do? I'm like, you want to go to Rockland Psychiatric Center? One of the most highly security places known, at least at the time. And she's like, sure. So this place is one of like the most popular... no, it's one of the most liked places ever in terms of abandoned buildings. So I'm like, all right, I know I have to hit this. At least the children's asylum ward. So we pull up. My mom parks outside because it's winter time. She's walking the dog. She's like, I have to watch the dogs. You're going in alone. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
So I go in alone. And first of all, it was amazing. I'm pretty sure that will always be the best abandoned place I've ever been to. I'm sad it's gone, but... that was so amazing. I wish I could have gone back. But in terms of haunted shit, first of all, I was alone in there. Like, it's big enough that someone probably could have gone in while I didn't know. But you would hear footsteps. But I heard talking, not a single footstep.
Really?
I heard doors slam, not a single footstep. I heard piano playing, not a single footstep. I heard kids crying.
That's so fucking creepy, dude.
It was so fucking awesome, though. I was horrified. Like,
yeah, like in the moment it's scary, but like after in hindsight you're like, that was fucking cool. You know, it's like that was cool, that was crazy. Mm-hmm. But in the moment, I was scared the fuck out of my mind. You know,
like thinking about it now, I didn't feel so scared, but like. Once there's this one picture I need to show you. Once you get to the main room of this place, I took the picture, I'm like, all right, I think it's time to go. And that was God speaking to me because I got out 10 seconds before the cops showed up.
Oh, really? What the fuck?
Yeah, we were leaving and the cop pulled up right there. And we were leaving the full center.
Yeah.
A few more cops pulled up.
Oh, shit.
And it's not like they're going to come... They were going there. Like, the active building is at the front. They were passing the active building. They were going to the back where all the bandos were. Right towards where I was.
Oh, shit. They're like, yo, this guy is right there.
I was so lucky, dude. I was going to go out the back way, but the window wasn't open. If I went out the back way, I probably wouldn't have made it in time. My mom would have been talking to cops like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Like, oh, fuck. But, bro, even without the haunted shit, it's still probably the best abandoned spot I've ever been to. Because it's
Shit, I can't believe you heard all that shit too.
It was so cool, bro.
I'll, so good.
I'll show you the pictures, but like, I prefer like a place that's like not too abandoned, but like you could also see like the you could see the decay, but you could also see what it was.
Yeah.
This was like the perfect mix. Like if you look up any videos of Rockland Psychiatric Center, it's one of the coolest looking like abandoned spots. Not like closed, like it's still like this wouldn't look abandoned, but like it could be abandoned. This place, you know, it was abandoned. Like it's so cool. But now, fucking Chase bought the land and put a fucking banking center or something on there.
What the fuck?
There might be a few buildings left. I don't know, but it's up in Orange County, upstate, so it's like 2 hours from here. I don't know. New upstate.
Interesting.
Upstate has a lot of cool spots that I've yet to check. But that's
like abandoned places.
Yeah. That's all I have in terms of bandos. Sheesh.
Sheesh.
All right, let me hear another Matthew story.
All right, I'll which one should I explain? Okay, I have like 3 that happened in this house.
Okay.
So like, ooh, there's like 2 that like just like kind of go together and then 1. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. So then there was one time that my cousins were over and we're like all like, you know, like when you come in and you see that living room right there.
Yeah.
So then we're all like sleeping in that living room and stuff like that. So like I was on the floor chilling and then, ooh, yo, that's crazy. My fucking ear just went like,
oh, hello.
Oh no. Whatever is in here is like, hello, you're talking about. Hello. But, oh my God, dude. Okay. So I was just like laying on the floor. And then, like, my brother was, like, sleeping next to me. So I was just, like, chilling there, listening to music or whatever. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, like, I hear him, like, kind of turn in. And then, like, I, like, feel something, like, get up and, like, get this, like, on my bed or whatever. So then, like, and I'm, like, okay. And I'm, like, chilling. And I'm, like, just thinking it's my brother. And, like, it wasn't getting off. So I'm, like, what the fuck? So then, like, I kind of, like, sit up and, like, look. And there's, like, nothing there. And then all of a sudden, I feel it, like, walk off my bed. And I'm, like... Oh, I am not going back to bed. So I just fucking like turned back down. I'm like, I thought that was my brother, but it's not.
That's so sick though.
Yeah, and then the rest of the night I was getting these weird like visions of this old like not like no but like this young Victorian girl. Mm-hmm. You know, like they're in this like house. So I was like, what if this land was like built on something that like back then like some people were like here or whatever, and then like this is its spirit or whatever. I don't know. I was like, it was like the weirdest fucking thing ever. I was like, damn. Okay.
That's sick.
No, it was sick as fuck, dude. I was like, no, that's not okay, bro. But the other 2 that happened here. So then I was So then, like, somehow my brother was in the hospital, so, like, people weren't here for a bit. So then I was just chilling here. Mm-hmm. And then I was, like... So, like, in that living room, he used to have all of his toys and stuff like that just, like, kind of, like, lined up. Like, just, like, random-ass fucking toys or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then I have to come back into here, like, come from upstairs in my room into the bathroom to go take a shower. Mm-hmm. So then... I'm fucking coming down the stairs, like, coming through the living room, and then I'm, like, walking towards the bathroom, and all of a sudden, like, I hear, like, toys just, like, going off. I'm like, yikes. The fuck? So then, like, I take a shower, and then, like, I come back around, and then I go look at the toys, and, like, there's, like, no batteries in the toys. Oh, shit. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I was hearing these things go off, bro, like, playing.
I feel like I've dealt with that, too.
It's, like, poltergeist shit. Yeah. And then, like... There was another one where I was like, I don't think anybody was home too. So then I was like, in my room past, like it's like my room here and then my mom's room is right here and then you go down the stairs. So I was like walking past my mom's room and I heard like this like jingle like happening, you know, like of like a little toy like of like a kid would have. So then like I didn't even think of anything of it and I was like, okay, whatever. So then I went downstairs and I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. And I was like, why would my brother's toy be in my mom's room? So I like texted her. I was like, is the baby monitor in your room or like the toys are in your room? She's like, no, there's like nothing in there. And I was like, I was hearing some fucking sounds coming from there. That's fucking creepy. Yeah, that was like some creepy ass shit that was happening. Those are the only couple of times that's happened here.
I'm thankful I haven't had any home problems. Like, I won't say problems, home hauntings like that. Thankfully,
I have many more, dude, in like other locations that I've lived at.
God, I'll hit you with the. What do you want to hear? I'm gonna do either one, my old job, or Pizza Hut.
Ooh, let's go with your old job.
All right, so my old job, there was two, but the first one, I think it's more just like a fever dream to me. I was in like a cellar, and I just saw shit moving, and nobody was down there. That one, it might have just been a fever dream to me, but that was such a weird cellar. It was in the middle of the kitchen. Like, you just open the latch and you just go into.
That's so weird.
It was so cool though. So it was my second job actually. There was two locations. One was more of like a fancy restaurant. The other was more of like a, just for a little. The outside was nice, but the inside was just like, okay, cool. And then there was a separate building that was also like apartments, but also the kitchen. So someone told me, they were like, "Hey, we need you to go to the basement and get ice, but it's extremely haunted." So I'm like, sick, gang.
Yeah, it's like you had me at haunted.
So you go down this hallway, and it's just this weird, like, trippy hallway. It's like there's windows up there, so you can still get some light, but it's just this long, dark hallway with little, what's the word? Just this open ballroom with a piano in there, and then just this random room with the ice machine. So I walk past the piano room, the ballroom, nothing. I walk into the ice machine, and this is not like a light door that will easily slam. I go to do the ice, and I didn't turn around at all, and just slams on me. It's like it's a heavy door. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, first of all, it's pretty damn cool. I was like, more like, yo. I was like, all right, maybe someone could have just like, was joking with me or whatnot, and could have ran away or whatever.
Yeah.
I opened the door, and nobody's there, obviously. So I was like, all right, it probably could have just been the wind. But like I said, those windows were up there, and they were all closed. It's not like they were blowing wind or anything. So I was like,
yeah.
Okay. So I'm walking back, and I hear the piano playing. Nobody was in there. And someone could have had a speaker in there playing something. That was legit piano playing, dude.
Damn.
I was like, fuck yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. Like, what if, like, there was, like, literally just, like, some other spirit just, like, there, and it was, like, I'm gonna just play the piano. You know, like, I'm just, like, because, like, what if, like, they just, like, are chilling, like how we're chilling right now, like, you know, like, they're just, like, yeah, I died, but, like, I'm in this other form now, so, and I'm, like, still, like, chilling, so it's, like, I'm just gonna fuck around with this piano, so it's, like, it's not creepy to them, because, like, yeah, like, now we're just sitting here chilling, like, talking and stuff like that, but, like, if there was, like, another dimension and, like, say, like, there was another person sitting right there and we're having this conversation, that'd be scary as fuck. Exactly. But we're just sitting here just, like, normal.
For real.
So, like, what if he's just, like, sitting there like, hey, I'm gonna play the piano. And then you're there, like...
Granted, the piano there and the piano at Rockland, it's not like... It's just, like, a few notes, like... Like 2 to 3, maybe 4 notes, just, like...
What the fuck?
It's not like actual like a song, but like you'll hear like
like just like a couple of keys being pressed.
Even maybe one, but like still you have to put some pressure to hit a piano.
Yeah, like force. It's not like that you can just like put it like push it down. Yeah, you gotta like be like boom. Yeah, you know.
So I was like, again,
it's like enough force. That's
could be nothing. Could be fooled, but I'm leaning towards no way. Everything that I'm gonna mention. It's no way it was bullshit.
Yeah, it's like, because, like, you know what you heard. It's like, that was loud and clear.
And everybody says, oh, ghosts or spirits aren't real. It's just like, maybe they're not. But when you deal with the experience that I've dealt with, that you've dealt with, you really look at it different.
Yeah, it's like, because maybe they're not, like, real in the physical form of, like, me and you, but, like, it could be real in, like, an energetic form, in, like, a different vibrational form, or, like, in a different dimensional form, you know? Mm-hmm. It's like it's not physically here in this present moment. It's like...
I think about that. Maybe it's just in my mind, too. But then it's just like... Then I think about Pizza Hut's story, bro.
Yeah, dude, go off on the Pizza Hut.
Let's do it. I was going to Pizza Hut because we couldn't find a place to eat. I was with my mom. I was like, let's go to Pizza Hut. It was terrible. I mean, I like Pizza Hut pan pizza, but their flat pizza was disgusting. we're there, and I'm like, so someone got murdered in that bathroom, and apparently it's haunted. I'm gonna go in. She's like, okay.
I'm gonna go in.
So I took a fat piss, and then I'm taking a selfie. I'm like, let's just take a selfie to see if it's real. Scratches on my stomach. Nothing physical, but I felt painful scratches on my stomach. Nice
That
slice.
shit is so fucked up.
It was so fucking cool though, bro. Like right there, I look down and I look in the mirror and just, it's so cool.
That's so fucking crazy.
It's abandoned now, so I kind of want to go back in. I want to sneak in.
I pass by that all the time and I look at it. I'm like, yo, I can't believe that shit was like fucking like haunted and shit like that.
I went one last time with my boys, and I was with my boy Matt, Dylan, and Chris. And Dylan's like, I told him all about it, and Dylan's like, I'm gonna go try it. I want to see something. Nothing happened to him. He's like, I'm upset. I wanted something to happen. I'm like, now I just look crazy, but
yeah, it's just like, but like that should happen.
plus it did get a little cold in there too, so it's a little like,
Yeah, it's like,
and it wasn't really cold anywhere else, but in front of the mirror, a cold spot. I was like,
damn.
yeah.
No, that's fucking nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've had some things that like I felt cold spots and I felt like things go through me. Like things go through me was some fucking crazy shit, dude. There's 2 instances where something like I felt something go through me. There was like one, I was outside, which was weird that something would go through me like that, you know? Like I was walking with some friends and we're like going and stuff like that. I think we were talking about some ghost shit too, but I don't even know. But then all of a sudden, like I just felt this like and then like I'm like completely normal and I'm like and then like felt like you know when Doctor Strange like gets his fucking soul hit out of him?
No, because I hate Marvel.
Oh no! But have you ever seen like the trailer when like he gets hit out of it and then he's like flying like 1,000,000 feet astral projecting out of his body?
Probably.
Like it's like it like felt like something like that. Like I was getting like
okay.
Like not like knocked out of my body, but I felt like something like passing through me. That body. It was like I was like, what the fuck is that? And then like even it was like so like noticeable that even my friends like looked at me like, yo, what the fuck just happened? I was like, another ghost moment. I'm sorry.
As much as I love ghost moments, I'm more of a, what's it called? Ironic moments. Like, shit that should not make sense in any way. Like, I wouldn't call it, like, paranormal at all, but it's just, like, something will come to my mind and it'll happen in real life, which makes no sense.
Yeah, like, say, like, if I was, like, thinking about you and you text me or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
that
shit
happens
like
to
that.
me all the time.
Yeah, like, I'll be, like, I think I was, like, texting Frankie, before, and I was, like, mentioning John in the text, and all of a sudden he, like, texted me right then and there, and I'm like, that's weird, like, shit like that.
It gets too creepy, though, sometimes, dude. The last one that happened to me happened, like, 5 days ago. They have these, like, stickers that, you put on your phone, and they're, like, anti-radiation stickers. They're like,
yeah.
I was thinking about that, because my mom bought me some for, like, my iPad 2 back in, like, 2012 or whatever. I was thinking about it at work. My mom bought me some of those when I got home from work.
Really?
They were on my counter. I'm like, you have not bought those in 10 years, and I was thinking about those today.
Yeah, and all of a sudden now they're on the fucking counter and shit.
That shit always happens to me. It's
no, me
so
too, dude.
dope.
It's so cool. It's like, am I instantly manifesting these things through other people? And it's like, cause like, that's what I think. I'm like, what if like you can literally like manifest things, but like it doesn't like physically appear to you right there, but it comes through you through other things. Like like you were like thinking about that. You're like, yeah, I kind of like want that, but like you thinking about that sent it to something, and then it like came down. But like instead of it like physically coming to you, like it sent somebody else to bring it to you. You know what I mean?
Bro, I don't know.
Because that's what I'm like, that shit's like so fucking crazy. It's like, was my thought that powerful? It literally like...
God, it happened with death twice too, bro.
Really?
3 times, actually. Shit. I think the most notable one was I woke up from a nap. I'm like, my friend Rocco is going to be in the hospital today. An hour later, I check Instagram right after that. Rest in peace, Grandma. I'm like, what the fuck?
Damn, dude.
She was in the
hospital.
hospital.
You probably like felt that like random wave.
I don't know, bro. It's happened with my friend Frank. happened with this kid, Brandon, who went to my school, who died. I'm like, you know, I was thinking, like, you know, I haven't had any friends die. That would really suck. Next morning, some kid from my grade, thankfully my friend, not thankfully, but not my friend, he dies. I'm like, damn, I have a lot of friends who are friends with him. Well, I mean, not a lot of friends, but I have friends who are friends with him. It's like, damn, they know what it's like now. And I was thinking, like, damn, I wonder what it's like next day that happens.
That's fucked up.
It is, bro. But, like, it's also so sick in a way.
It is. It's like... I don't know. It's not because it's not like you're wishing for it. Because I was like, it's that be careful what you wish for because you just might get it type shit. But it's like, I wasn't even fully intentionally like. Mm-hmm. It was like just a curious thought.
Yeah, bro. I'm always saying like, bro. I have instead of ironic, I have ironic moments. Like I have this psychic shit, and everyone's like, oh, so what's gonna happen to me in 10 years? I'm like, bro, I wish I could say that, but
yeah, it's like what the fuck? It doesn't work like that.
I wish it worked like that. No, like I'll just think of something and it's like deja vu or it'll literally happen.
That's crazy.
It gets really specific at times though, like really creepy. I was at work and at my job, you literally are just working alone and your mind flows. I was thinking about a time when my friend Connor came to my house. My mom offered him a bagel. My friend Joe texted me. He's like, "Go ask your mom for a bagel." I'm like, stop.
Yeah, it's like no, because that stuff's happened to me before. Like it's like so specific in that type of wording like that, and you're like, what the actual fuck, bro? You're like, no, like that's not real. Like you didn't just say that to me right now. Like that happened to me at like my job. Like I was oh my god, I was building a desk and I had to use like super glue for it. So like I was like my fingertips were like coming off because it was like getting ripped off and shit like that. So then I made a joke to my friend like, yo, like if you need a crime, like you got me, you know, like because I don't have fingertips. And then my manager comes in, I was telling her about it and she made the same fucking joke and I'm like, no way, I literally have text information that I can show you that I literally made this joke right before. And then she was like, no fucking way. And I was like, yeah, I did, bro. And I was like, showed it to her. It's like weird.
It's creepy. It happens. Like actually, it happened today. Fuck's sake. I was in the forest with my boys, and we do stupid shit. And my friend Xavier, he found a turtle shell, dead turtle, but he found the shell. He put it on a stick, right?
Oh my god.
So he was like, I'm going to throw like a Mario Kart shell. I'm like, you're an asshole, but let me get a Snapchat. And I was in my mind, like, I should send this to my friend Lindsay. Because I saw my friend Lindsay yesterday, and I saw her turtle. I'm like, Xavier, I'm going to take a Snapchat. He's like, you should send that to Lindsay. It wasn't the same Lindsay that he was referring to, but like, dude.
Oh, what the fuck?
It was a different Lindsay he's referring, because he doesn't know about this Lindsay, but like, dude.
Yeah, it's like confirmation. You're like, damn, I should really send this to Lindsay.
I didn't send it to Lindsay, though.
Yeah.
I need to tell her about that, though, because I always tell her about those ironic moments.
Ironic moments.
Ironic. God, I have to check my phone real quick. I don't want to be an asshole. Let's see. I'll let you know when I'm leaving. Good. All right, let's do this till like 1, I guess.
What time is it now?
12:27. Maybe we'll cut it a little early. I don't know, because I am like 40 minutes from here.
Oh shit! Really?
I'm in Bethpage.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I'm not really doxing myself because that's where I'm just staying for a little bit.
Yeah.
Bro, I went from Ronkonkoma to North Merrick to here, now back to Bethpage, and then I have to go back to Ronkonkoma tomorrow.
Oh my god.
Bro, my thing is stacked.
Yeah, you're fucking traveling all over the place.
It would have been so much better if everything went to plan, because then I wouldn't have to drive all the way back out. And then today was supposed to be Frank Day, so I would have been close to my house.
Yeah.
Well, not too close. Don't get any ideas of where Frank lives, but...
yeah, we can't dox Frank.
I'm not doxing him. But it would have been so much easier, because it would have just been Merrick to Frank to me, and it would have been in the same area. But no, I have to be back and forth to see Matt, who I'm not even that close with.
Maddie's sick.
I'm not even that close with, but I've seen him longer than most people.
Yeah.
Bro, I was telling my friend...
Fucking shit happened right now.
I was at Merrick with my friend Connor. I'm like, I'm sorry, I have to leave early. I'm doing a podcast. He's like, bro, cancel the podcast. I'm like, bro, I was about to cancel this. I love you to death. You're one of my closest friends, but I'm seeing you on New Year's too, so at least...
Yeah, it's just like the double, you know.
But to be fair, I did want to spend some specific personal time with him, not at a party, because a party's like, yeah, what's up? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like people get distracted and shit like that. Yeah.
It's not like a party at like Matt's house where it's like you could have a full-blown conversation with someone. It's a New Year's party where it's just music blasting. And I'm going to a second party anyway, so I won't be there that long to begin with, so.
Yeah, you got a party hop.
Yeah, bro. I might have to DD too, but if I'm DDing this year, I better get some good cash. Like, I usually do it for free, but bro, I'm dropping guacamole, driving from Virginia to here, and then driving all over. I'm probably dropping $250 in gas for this trip.
Jesus.
Yeah, bro. At least the trip here wasn't that bad. I always make a set list for every trip, but it always has to be something stupid.
Yeah.
I did Mario Kart music. I did Home Depot theme 1,000 times in a row.
Oh my god.
I did the Crazy Bus on repeat. Crazy Bus theme on repeat. If you don't know Crazy Bus, look it up. I'm playing Crazy Bus.
I don't know what that is.
This time I was like, you know what? These trips go long. I'm gonna make a playlist and slow it down to 69% speed, so it makes it go quicker because you're focusing on the songs.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I'm only listening to 40 songs this trip instead of how many ever. This one I did as a mental challenge to see if I could actually listen to this for more than a minute.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck you, Instagram. Fuck off. Okay, not this, because this would be even worse. 8 hours. Non-stop.
Oh my god.
I literally spent an hour trying to figure out when it repeated. I learned where the repeat spot was. I counted measures and I learned it.
God damn, dude. No, that takes some dedication.
Here's the thing. It's just brown noise. Same with Home Depot theme 1,000 times. It's actually really good if you just want to think. Like
Just having shit in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you're listening to like an actual playlist, you're probably thinking of the songs. But if you're listening to literal like noise like that, it's just you're free. You're driving like subconsciously, but you're literally just thinking about life.
No, yeah, you're right, because it's just like that, just noise in the background, and just like, damn.
Like, it's not too quiet, but you have something.
Yeah, you just tune it out after a while.
Those drives are good for that. Oh god, I'm tired now.
Yeah.
Those drives are... Shut up, Aaron. Those drives are good for thoughts, honestly. Especially when you're alone. Like, something like this is great, where I could just talk for hours, and we could probably talk all night, but that's not happening today. But thinking with yourself for 8 hours straight, it's just something about it, dude.
Dude, yeah, because that's like... Because my dad lives, like, almost, like... It's, like, almost a 2-hour drive, so, like... Just like driving those 2 hours, just thinking, listening to music and all that shit, it's like so like freeing.
Yeah, bro.
And I'm like, oh yeah, boy, let's go.
I think it's the new ideas and all this shit, and that's like the best thing to do, just new ideas. But half the time I'm just like thinking back on life and like mistakes and like happiness and whatever. But like I should be thinking of ideas, because like I love creative thinking, but I also love just reminiscing too. That's always fun.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, but like I save that for work.
Yeah, it's
Work,
just like, so I'm like, just fucking like, I gotta pass this time, bro.
And there's nothing wrong with it. I love it, but I don't know. I wish I had someone to drive with when I went. That's what I wish, but...
Yeah, just having a buddy and shit like that.
Exactly. Like, I went upstate to see my... shut up. My boy Joe's wedding. So with my boy Spiro, and honestly, the way back sucked. But going there, a 4-hour drive, it felt so quick, because we were just shooting the shit back and forth. Going on the way back, we really had nothing to talk about, so...
Yeah, it's just like,
and he's not really as, like, open as you. So, like, we could talk about anything. Him, it's like, you kind of have to... Nothing against him. He could probably talk about anything we talk about, too. But, like, I feel like you have to, like, think of topics instead of just, like, working off topics. Like,
yeah.
Gang.
No, I know exactly what you mean. It's like you gotta like think of like an actual thing to talk about instead of like we were just talking about, like, we're going to like talking about this thing. Oh, this connects to this, and this connects to this, and this connects to this, and then this connects all the way back to this first thing that we were talking about, you know?
Because if you didn't change topics, like if we weren't in a car together, we would just be like, all right, see you later, and dip. But when you have to spend 4 hours with someone, it's like...
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck, yeah.
You don't always have to talk, obviously. It's nice to have freedom, but, like, it kills so much time just talking.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love talking, bro.
No, dude, that's why I fucking started this podcast. So I was just like, yo, quarantine, we all got shit. Because, like, we're all just, like... Well, I originally first started this podcast because, like, we all, like, got really fucking, like, smacked and would talk about, like, mad shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're like, some of these ideas are actually, like, pretty fucking crazy, you know? Like, it's like the things that we were coming up with were like entertaining. We're like, what if we just throw these on YouTube, you know?
Gang.
And then all this shit started happening. I'm like, yeah, it was like fun.
I started a podcast. It lasted 3 episodes, and then I deleted all of them.
Why?
It just... I was doing solo things. It's not like this where you go back and forth. It's like, I literally... It wasn't really a podcast because I wrote the script out. Well, I know I'd work off the script, but, like, it doesn't flow like this. Because the idea came on 4th of July about 3 years ago. It was a weird night, but it was me and my boy, Mike. We ended up in an abandoned Ruby Tuesdays at 2:30 in the morning. And then we just, after that, after a party, we sneak into a backyard, crash his pool, go to Ruby Tuesdays, and end up in front of his house and talk until like 5:30 in the morning. I'm like, we need to do a podcast. We need to have a comedy show where we talk about the shit we talk about.
Yeah.
And then I'm realizing, like, my friend Jacob, we talked in a Taco Bell for over 4 hours. And then we were talking at McDonald's parking lot, like, a few months later for, like, 2 hours. I'm like, we need to start a podcast. But then
Dude, exactly.
Then I started, I'm like, I need someone to do this with. I don't have any means to do so. So I'm going to hold back on that until I have a platform and some ways of doing so. But that's why I always wanted to do one with someone, and I was like, yo, I need to do one with Matt.
It's fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
Because, like,
just chilling, just talking about shit, you know?
Indeed. Shit, there's definitely shit that I say on here that if I did another podcast, I would obviously bring up again, but, like, there's probably, like, at least 60% of the shit I've talked about probably only works with our combo.
Yeah, dude, because, like, that's what I, like, fuck with about, like, a lot of the podcasts and stuff, because, like, with different people, I feel like it's with people in general, like you can be yourself, but when you're with somebody else, you become a different combination of a person, you know? Like, when we get together, it's a different energy.
Yeah.
But when I'm by myself, it's a different energy. And when, like, Frank's here, like, all of us together is a different energy. So it's, like, every episode, it's, like, a new...
Episode.
Yeah, like, a new episode. It's, like, a whole new fucking thing, you know?
Yeah.
Whole new energy, whole new vibe, whole new set of information, whole new thing, you know?
You're such a fucking hippie, dude.
It's crazy. I know I am. I'm like, it's crazy, but it's like that's how I feel like how it is though. It's like the vibes and all that shit.
It's just weird thinking, like, why the fuck am I down here? Like, we met like 2 times, and then we were cool, and now here I am in your basement.
But that's how life works.
I see those memes. It's like, I swiped up on Tinder on some guy, and now we're going grocery shopping together. It's like, I love shit like that.
Exactly, dude. It's like, it's like, with my fucking, like, with my ex or something like that, for example. Like, we randomly matched on Tinder, went on this fucking date, whatever, smoked that day, never fucking talked to her for a year. All of a sudden, randomly... started talking to her again, and then, like, just dated for, like, a year. Had, like, the craziest experience of my fucking life. All because that I randomly decided to match with her on Tinder and go on a movie date with her. Crazy. You know? And then, like, that one day, a whole year later, I met up with her again. Like, you never know what the fuck is gonna happen. I never knew that I was gonna fucking talk to that chick ever again, but then she ended up coming back and teaching me crazy-ass life lessons. You know? Like, you never fucking know. All because of a stupid fucking dating app that people fuck on, you know?
I'll never download Tinder, but, like, it is still crazy how it could change people's lives.
Right, just one little simple fucking thing. Like, this whole entire thing, actually, I'm about to fucking explain this shit to you, because it actually ties to how, like, we indirectly met, too, because, like, just me going to work at Panera and meeting Evan and John.
True.
It exploded my fucking life. I met, like, a good chunk of fucking people, including you, that changed my life forever, bro.
Gang.
I'm not even joking. Like, meeting Evan and John, expanded my fucking life. It's crazy how just meeting going into a fucking random job that I was forced to get, that I was supposed to get because I wanted to take care of a cat, that the same day I got the interview that I got the fucking job was the same day that they told me I couldn't get the cat.
Oh my God.
So I got finagled by the universe. So, but it's like crazy that like you get forced to get a job, meet random fucking people that change your life forever. That like, if I didn't meet them, wouldn't have met Teddy, wouldn't have gotten into spirituality, wouldn't have met you guys, like wouldn't have met like anybody, you know? Like I would have just stayed in this fucking section. No, I didn't even live here. Like I lived in another town, but
I feel that with my job, but like it's not to the extent of like I made a whole new mutual friendship. I made a lot of friends and all, but they truly changed my life from just a yogurt shop.
yeah, it's crazy how simple of things like that could just like change your fucking life.
And most of them, it's like even after not talking for a year, you can hit them up. It's just like, oh shit, like yeah.
Yeah, like what the fuck is good, you know?
But that happened basically with me and Matt, because although I obviously have a good amount of friends, I have a whole new group of friends due to Matt, because I don't know, Matt and I went to middle school and high school together, but didn't talk until after high school. Matt and I
always works like weird like that.
We were in the drive-thru McDonald's, we're like, you know, we sat at the same lunch table before school in 9th grade because our girlfriends were both best friends, but we never talked to each other. And then all of a sudden, we had a mutual friend, and we met up at this weird cafe place that's open till like 3 a.m. in Sayville. And after that, Matt and I clicked stupid quickly. I go to his party that he invites me to after meeting me once, and then we became best friends.
Yeah.
And then like I meet all of his friends. I never thought I'd be friends with like Teddy or like Gio or whatever. Those
yeah, like everybody
people.
that's like
Yeah, and I'm cool with almost probably all of them, give
Yeah.
or take. But except for Frank. Fuck Frank.
Yes, you fucking Frankie, bro.
Yo, Frank is just I honestly didn't think I'd still be friends with Frank after like high school, because I met Frank because Frank commented on my Instagram post in 7th grade saying, I challenge you to a drum off, LOL. I'm like, okay, let's do it. We never did it until like 11th grade at my place, but we became friends after that. And then we barely talked after high school. And then we started talking again, and look at us now.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that shit, bro.
It's always like a weird like wave flow. It's like the tide comes in, tide goes out, you know? It's like with my friend Will with this podcast actually. I talked to Will during high school, like middle school, high school. We were like really good friends and stuff like that. Same group. And then high school happened. Like after high school, we didn't talk throughout like beginning of college and stuff like that. COVID happened. Like a little bit during before COVID. I don't even remember how the fuck I just like randomly hit him up. I think that he was just, we like had each other added on Instagram or whatever, and I was like, yo, Will. I was like, what's good? You know, all that shit. So then, like, I hit him up, and then like we hung out and we smoked, because I was like, I didn't know that he smoked, so I was like, yo, let's like smoke together and whatever. So then we were like talking, and I was like, because like I always like knew that he like fucked with like ghosts and stuff like that, because that's always what we were talking about, and like religion and all that stuff. And I was like, yo, let's fucking start a podcast and all that stuff. And then like we fucking started the podcast. So I was like, it's so weird how you're like super good friends with somebody, and then like you don't talk to them, and all of a sudden they like come back, and you're like making this crazy ass shit out of nowhere. Like I never would have thought that like I would have like fucking hit up Will again. All of a sudden, like the universe just kind of like made us like hit each other back up.
Here's the thing, like most of the time, like you feel awkward doing it sometimes, but like most of the time they're happy to get that text from you, unless you had like a falling out or something. But if you separate from someone without any beef or anything, 99% of the time they're happy to like, get a text from you or whatnot.
Yeah.
I tend to not do it because I don't like to text first. I never text first, really, because I hate when people just ignore my text every now and then. That's like the biggest fuck you to me.
Yeah, it's like no.
Like happy birthday, left unseen. Like fuck you.
It's like
say thanks and I'll be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
But if I get okay, I had one of my oldest friends from kindergarten, Evan. We were friends all throughout elementary school. Middle school like kind of died off. High school we were still cool, but he moved. I saw him at Matt's party a few years ago, but like we never talked. I'm seeing him in like 2 days. He's been my friend for 17 years plus. And we barely spoke to each other in the past 5 years. But now we talk all the time now. I know. Oh, God, there's another one. Probably one of my oldest friends that I've ever, like, longest. I met this girl 19 years ago. We did Taekwondo together. And, like, we stopped seeing each other after, like, what, 2012 or whatever. I thought I would never see her again. Like, obviously, we'd remember each other. We knew each other all the time. Now she's dating one of my best friends, and I get to see her all the time now. And I've known this girl since I was 3.
And you're like, what the fuck? Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, I ran into her. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And then, because she worked with my friend. And then he's like, yeah, we're dating now. I'm like, no, I get to see her like I saw her as a kid. It's like, I would never expect to ever see these people again.
It's like weird how the universe is like kind of like ties people back into your life. It's like, no, it's like, that's how like it keeps me like in a weird like thing of like things like work out if like it's meant to work out, you know, like if like you're like, say like you're talking to your friend, you don't see each other like for a while and all of a sudden like they come back into your life, you're like, damn, you're like that, it's like meant to be, you know, it's like, because if it wasn't meant to be, they would never have came back, but like they came back, you're like, yo, like this is supposed to be something, you know?
It could be a lesson, it could be a friendship, it could be something, bro.
Yeah.
There's always something with
It's
that.
always something.
I don't know, it's... Oh, shut up. I just lost my fucking memory. I couldn't even finish the sentence. Shit. Let me formulate a sentence real quick. Fuck. Oh, God. Does this mean I'm losing my track already? Can we not do 6 hours? Oh, we're only...
We're halfway.
I was gonna say let's at least get to 4:20, but that's not even happening.
To 4:20.
Let's give it till 3:30.
3:30. 3:13 right now. Fuck yeah.
All right, so I think it's 3:14 now at this rate. Oh, yeah. All right, so let's do 16 more minutes. I think that's a good way to end it.
Hell yeah.
And plus, my dad's gonna be bitching. Like, I love my dad, but he worries too much about me.
Dude, so does my mom. Like, if I'm out to, like, 1 and my mom's, like, up my ass, like, texting me. I'm like, bro. I'm like, go to bed. I'm like 23 years old. Bro. Going on 24.
I get why my dad's nervous, but it's too much.
It's like this balance. It's like good to be, like, concerned, but it's, like, too much concern. It's like, oh.
As long as I come home, my mom's happy. And my mom was, like, strict as a child. And now it's just like, hey, Mom. She's like, why are you home so late? I'm like, I was out. She's like, all right. I'll see you in the morning. Yeah. Then there's my dad. My dad came to Virginia, and to visit me and all, and he got a hotel in Virginia Beach. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go stay at the hotel. This dude is customer of the day and wins a fucking penthouse suite. So I'm like, cool, I'm going to chill in a penthouse.
Oh, shit.
It was nothing special. It's a long hotel room. Shitty. I slept on a flat couch.
Damn, what the fuck?
That couch is nicer than the couch they had there. But regardless, so I'm staying there for like 2 nights or whatever, and... we went to eat. So we went to a sushi place that was fucking expensive, by the way. Like a 6-piece roll was like $12. This is the first time I had fish in like 5 years because that's all I could get. So I got a California roll, which was nothing special. It tasted just like fucking Best Market brand, fucking ShopRite brand sushi, which is good. Don't get me wrong. I like sushi, or at least I used to love it, but not anymore. Minus my avocado rolls. So I ate fish. I just had 6 rolls. Dude, I need to eat 3 pounds of pasta per day usually because of my metabolism, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm hungry as fuck. There's nothing in here. I'm going to run to 7-Eleven. He's like, what? No, you're not. I'm like, Dad, it's 11 o'clock. I'm like, I'm just going to walk to 7-Eleven. It's a quarter mile away. He's like, I'm going to be up scared shitless. I'm like, dude, I'm bigger than... Oh, no, he's a little heavier than me. I'm like, I'm like 4 inches taller than you. What are you worried about? I have a second-degree black belt, dude. We're in a safe-ass street. It's like New York City if it was safe. Yeah. I mean, New York City is pretty safe for the most part. I'm in Virginia Beach, dude. Calm down. I'm walking to 7-Eleven. The worst is someone asking for money in front of the 7-Eleven. Nobody asks for money. I walked to 7-Eleven and back. There was nothing there. What is the big fucking deal? I'm a big boy.
Like fear. It's like...
With all the shit I've dealt with in my life, Dad, come on. I've walked 40 miles in a day alone. I have been robbed before. I have gone into abandoned buildings by myself.
Yeah, it's like, this is literally nothing. If
I
someone
can
pulls up
kill
on me, it's
someone
like...
if I wanted to.
Yeah, it's like, my fucking hands.
I know how to break any bone you show me. I'm okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it, Dad, but, like, what is that gonna do? He's like, just sleep instead. I'm like, Dad, I'm going to lose weight if I don't eat.
Yeah,
If I don't eat in a day, I lose probably 3 to 5 pounds.
Damn.
There's one day I lost 11 pounds. Like, jeez. And then there's my mom. Like, I don't get it, dude. My mom is fine with shit. My dad's like, I don't want you doing that. I'm like, I don't care.
It's like, what the fuck?
I get it. You're my dad, but you need to realize I'm a quarter of the way through my 20s. I'm up at most a quarter through my life.
Yeah, literally, you're like, yeah.
I'm not a little boy. I'm out of college. I'm a big boy. No, like, for real. I know I'm not the biggest kid. Obviously, if someone's gonna mug me, I'm kind of fucked for the most part, unless I'm on my shit. But, like, he gets worried. He's like, you didn't answer my text. You didn't answer my calls. I'm like, Dad, I'm driving to your house.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not texting and driving.
If it's been 10 hours and I haven't texted you, I stopped for gas. Sure, call and check. He's like, what if there's a problem? I'm like, I'd call you if there's a problem.
Yeah.
I'm driving. Like, dude, it reminds me of a fun session. I was with the boys till like 3 a.m. and my old coworker, Leanne, and her friend Sarah hit me up. They're like, hey, can you pick us up from the bar? I'm like, sure, fuck it. And I brought the boys with me. And this whole story, it was a great story, first of all. It's the last story in my book, just because I love the story so much. But doesn't matter, I'm not explaining the whole thing. Fuck you, buy my book in a few
Buy
months.
my book.
I'll give a plug once I come back on here and it's published.
Yeah.
But at the end of all of it, I got home at like 5:30. And at the time, my mom woke up at like 5:30 for work. So she was like, she got home, she was like, why are you up? I'm like, I just got home. She's like, what is wrong with you? I'm like,
just like,
but did she yell at me? No. She yelled at me once for getting home too late. That's it. I got lost in Connecticut State Park.
Honestly, that's a pretty big fucking place. Not gonna lie, like, you can get lost in Connecticut State Park.
Bro, we went in there, my boy Rocco.
It's legit woods. It's just fucking huge ass woods.
We went behind Connecticut High School at like 8 o'clock, and we were like, all right, let's go back. And my friend Rocco, who used to be on track, who would run back there, he was like, oh, it's this way. I'm like, oh, okay. I knew it was the other way. We got so lost until we finally found this main road, hopped the fence, and bro, by the time we got back, it was like 2 o'clock. It wouldn't have been a problem, but both of our phones died.
Oh, God.
So we were planning on sleeping there over the night. But thankfully, we found a way out. This kid would have been fucked because he has diabetes and he needs his sugar.
Oh, so you would have been like in the middle of the night and you'd be like, bro.
We would have been so fucked. But
yeah.
Thankfully, we got out. And that's also another story of the book. But, bro, so much shit happens in my life. Like, that's why I wanted to write this book. Because so much shit happens, dog. Like, even today, so much shit happened. Like,
yeah,
maybe not book-worthy, minus this, but...
But it's just, like, the fact that, like, so much shit happens that makes life interesting, you know?
I love writing everything down that happens in a day. Like, I used to think diaries are retarded, and I'm like, bro, I look back at shit that I write about each day, and I'm like, yeah, I did that.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like you remind yourself. You're like, oh wait, no, like I actually fucking did that. That's crazy. It's like I remember that day. It's like that was a crazy day.
Yeah, when I was at my friend's before this, he had to go to him and his brother, my friend Connor and Kieran. They had to go to the mall, so we went to Roosevelt Field Mall. So we drove over there, and it just brought me back to when I walked past there. Like I walked from my old house to fucking Adelphi University, and walking past Roosevelt Field was like, damn, this drive feels long, and I just walked to here. Yeah. That was euphoric, bro. Like, dude, when we were
Adelphi's so fucking far, bro.
That was one of my best accomplishments.
That's nuts as fuck. I went to Adelphi to fuck. I think that's when I met Teddy the first time, actually.
Interesting.
Or second time.
Didn't she go there for like a few semesters?
Yeah, because like that's when I met her, because she was living over there, and then I like drove out there. We were like gonna like go on like a date or whatever, and I think. Yeah, that was like a fucking like crazy ass experience, dude. Like that's what I mean. Just like the fact of like just like meeting somebody randomly, like them being out there and all of a sudden seeing where they are now and where you guys are at now. It's like, it's just so fucking nuts.
Yeah. Well, then again, we live in a small area. It's a small world, but then still, it's really not that small if you think about it.
Yeah, it's like a big small world. You know what I mean?
Do you ever go on like long walks?
Yeah.
How long?
Like usually, I used to go on like super long walks, like 4 or 5 hours type
Okay,
stuff.
okay, so you'll understand.
Yeah.
You realize how big the world is, no matter
You're
how.
like, damn, I fucking like walked this far and I'm like not even down the road. You know?
Like you drive and you're just like, oh, cool, I just drove to work. But then you walk to like, driving to school wasn't that like big of a deal for me when I went to my second school. Waking up at 5 and walking to school is like the coolest thing, because like you get to see the sunsets, you get to see how big the world is, like without cars, like putting in the work, and I love it. I attempted Montauk, Oakdale to Montauk to walk. I failed after about 32 miles, which granted is the distance to Adelphi, so it's not really that much of a fail. But bro, the world is so fucking big.
Yeah. It's really big.
It was supposed to be a 28-hour walk, no stop, but it fucked up. But like, I'm so glad I did it. I kind of want to finish that walk. Finish the last 40 so miles of that walk.
That's nuts.
Because like you drive back and it's like, how the fuck did I walk all of this?
Yeah, exactly. You're like, that's a long trek.
Yeah.
That's literally a really long trek.
But you also meet so many people on these walks too, bro. When I walked to Kings Park, I walked past this golf course and they were offering me a beer. I'm like, bro, that's kind of cool. I don't drink.
What the fuck, yeah?
I'm walking in Bellport, which is a bad area. And
I used to work in like Main Bellport or whatever it's called. Yeah.
It starts downpouring and I'm like, what am I gonna do? To the left of me is this place, Lighthouse Mission. So it's this Christian food bank. I go and I'm like, hey, can I get some shelter real quick? And they're like, I'm talking with like these pastors for a while. They're like, come back to the warehouse. I'll stock you up with some food. I'm in like this donation warehouse. I'm just stocking my bag with food. I'm like, this is awesome.
That's crazy as fuck.
I mean, granted, it kind of messed with my walk because I had extra, probably like 10 pounds of food.
You're just like, oh fuck.
I had 3 hours of sleep. It was pouring most of the time. My shoes were wet, so my feet were sore. And I had I had the pounds of water and food. That's probably why I gave up, because I was mentally drained and physically drained. But
dude, like, I'm just like thinking about it, like all of our friends, like we do like the craziest shit, you know?
Yep.
Like I'm thinking about it more. I'm like, I don't think that like my other friends are like this. You know, like we do like crazy shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like we do crazy shit. Like
especially
we're all such interesting people.
Exactly. I think about people who just go home and play like video games or whatnot. Like, I get it. I do that now because I don't have any friends up there to do shit with. But like, if you have the potential to go out and do something dumb, try it.
Yeah, literally do it. It's like way better than just sitting at home and like playing a video game.
Bro, like, that's kind of why I wrote the book. I just love thinking back on what I've done. I was doing a walk, right? I'm trying to walk to the Sunvet Mall out in Holbrook. Frank pulls up next to me. He's like, I want to join this walk. Our walk turned into, hey, let's go crash Teddy's pool. And she's not even home. I'm like, this is such a weird life that we live. That it's like, you know what, fuck it. Let's go to some let's go to like one of our friends' house while she's not home and just chill with her mom.
Yeah, dude. But like the thing is that like with Teddy's mom, you could like go and do that because that's how she is. But it's like crazy like that, you know? It's like you could just go there, chill, talk to like your friend's mom when they're not there, you know, like talk about like some wild shit while you're like, I don't know, it's like, it's just fucking crazy.
But then I tell it to like I don't really tell it to my dad, but I think about like my dad. He does live in the city, right? So like I think like I'm really not flexing on him that much because it would be like probably till like mid 2000s. You could just take your bike, pull up to a kid's house, be like, "Hey, come chill and hang out," and you'd know everybody around. Now it's like you just have your phone. That's why I hate when people are on their phone because you don't do that anymore. Granted, I like to have it a mix. Be like, why am I burping? I barely ate it. I can use my phone and be like, "Hey, Frank, let's go sneak into this abandoned preschool," which was an awesome mission. But, like, it's not like I'm going to bike to Frank's house and be like, "Hey, let's go do something dumb."
Yeah.
But kids just like, "Oh, I'm going to go play," I don't fucking know. What's something they play on their phone? They play social media instead.
Yeah.
Like, they'll know 1,000 people they follow, but they won't know 1,000 people. They won't know 10 people on their block.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're right. They have 1,000 followers, but they don't know their neighbor.
Exactly. I mean, it's important. If you know 1,000 people, good on you. Like,
yeah.
I like thinking about that. How many people do I actually know?
Yeah, like, isn't that crazy? Like, you can have 4.2 billion followers, but do you actually know 4.2 billion people? It's like, no, you only know 5.
I mean, 4.2 billion is a little high, bud.
Yeah,
we
like,
have 7 billion
here.
here.
Yeah,
but...
you know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same shit.
You could have 1,000 followers and not even know half of them. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I like to think about that, though. It's like, how many people do you actually remember in your life? And I'm just like, but the amount of jobs, doing taekwondo, school, mutual friends of mutual friends, like, I probably know like 2,500. Like, maybe more. Like, I don't know. It's crazy to
The
think.
amount of humans that you meet in your
Exactly.
lifetime.
Family, too. It's like, family counts. They're people. Like, how many people can you know their face or name? Like, sometimes you'll know a face and not know who they are, but, like, you know who they are, actually.
Yeah.
You memorize that, but you know a lot of people. Jeez.
And there's a lot of people on this planet, too. So it's like, you know a lot of people, and there's, like, even more people out there.
Exactly. And considering they're always coming and going, that adds to the numbers. Like, there's 7 billion right now, but, like, how many people died in the past 10 years, like, that add on to that? Like, my grandma's dead. I know her. She's still part of the list. But, I don't know.
Damn.
Damn, bro, it's like that.
Yeah, it is like that.
But no, it's, like I said, it's important to have a lot of connections. Even if they're not a close friend group, always try to get to know as many people as possible. Like, I'll always remember you. I don't think there'll be a time... Like, there are people that I'll forget. I'm like, damn, I was actually friends with them. Or like, damn, I've been to their house. But like,
yeah, and you're like, you're like, damn, we used to chill, and like, we never chill. Like, I haven't chilled with them in a long time, and I forgot about that, you know?
But you'll still remember at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Bro, I was at work, and there was this family from Taekwondo that I used to do. But here's the thing, I look nothing like I used to back then. I had short hair, I was obviously a little boy. But when these were older kids in their family, they looked identical. So I saw them there, I didn't say anything. But it's just weird thinking, like, I've been in your house before and you don't recognize me.
Yeah, it's like,
And you know what's even, this is something you would enjoy. My manager's like, I told him, like, oh, I knew them from, like, childhood. I didn't say anything. She's like, I thought I saw you say, oh, it's been so long. I'm like, I didn't say anything.
What the fuck?
She thought I said, like, hey, what's up? It's been forever. I'm like, I would never say that to someone unless I was, like, that close with them.
That's fucking crazy.
I was like, dude, what the fuck? So that's another ironic moment.
Yeah, it's just like, it is. I in another dimension. I don't even know.
Then I think maybe I'm on crack or something. Like, maybe I did
you're
say
on, like,
that.
secret drugs, and you're just like, it's a different errand. It's like, you have, like, another Aaron that's, like, talking to people, and, like, there's another one, you're like, I don't even know what the fuck that Aaron said. I'm over here, you know?
God, maybe I said something about my mom making a bagel to my friend. I just totally forgot. Who knows? But I doubt it. 99%
Yeah, it's like, why would I?
Yeah. I was thinking about it, but there was no reason to fucking text Joe about it. We were just shooting shit, talking about random topics. Shout out to Joe, though. Good kid.
Okay, there was this one day that I randomly, like, that you were, like, saying about, like, how, like, people randomly just, like, say shit that, like, can, like, I, like, I was chilling with Frankie one day, and all of a sudden I was like literally just sitting here, just like we were chilling, and then like in the back of my mind I was like just like thinking about this girl, and then like just like this shit that was just happening.
Mm-hmm.
I never mentioned anything to Frankie that whole day, and he just like randomly just like, he's like leaving, he's like get up, he's like don't go for that chick, or something like that, and I was like, what?
That shit.
I was like, what? And then he's like, yeah, don't go for her, and he was like going off on this whole entire thing, and then I was like, no, like you need to explain more. I was like, that's really weird that you're fucking mentioning that right now. I was like, I never said anything to you the whole entire day about anything about a girl or anything, and then now all of a sudden, like, as you're leaving, you're just gonna fucking like mention that shit, and I'm like, we need to go deeper into this.
Those stories always really get me. There was one,
like, it's weird, like, how is, like, why would he, there was no proposition for him to even say that, you know, like,
I was at church probably, I say 2013, give or take, and it could have been bullshitting, I don't know, but I definitely believe the story. They were talking about a story about this one guy that he knew, one of the pastors knew, and he was like, this guy he was like praying, because like he was an atheist or something whatnot. He's like, God, if you're real, give me a sign. And like he was driving, and he got pulled over by a cop, and the cop like was talking to him and let go. He's like, before he left, he's like, God is real, and walked away. I'm like, that's the type of shit that's cool to me.
what?
Yeah, I remember that.
No way.
That story so like clearly. I don't remember who said it or...
No, literally, like, I have tears in my eyes right now. Like, with that shit I was explaining with, like, the ghosts and stuff, like, that's fucked.
I wouldn't say
not, like, fucked up, but,
no,
like...
it's, like, wild.
No, like, that's, like, in a way, that's, like, beautiful.
Yeah.
You know? Like, that's, like... Because then I'm like, dude, because that goes back to the thing with, like, manifesting and, like, things work through other things to bring you the thing. I'm like... So I'm like, okay, so like, what if God exists and he, like, uses other people to talk to you, you know? So he's just like, yo, like, what, like, yo, give me a sign, and all of a sudden he's like, I'm pulling you over, and all of a sudden the last quick thing, like what Frankie said before, like, all of a sudden it's just like, yo, like, God exists.
Yeah.
Like, no fucking reason for you to say that, didn't have any conversation with you, like, saying that would provoke you to say that, and all of a sudden you just say that, ties back to whatever the fuck was happening before.
That shit happened. It doesn't happen as extreme as what you said. I mean, it has, but as extreme as you said or what that story was. But, like, that shit happens, like, low-key a lot for me. And I love it. It's just the best.
Yeah, dude, it's like... Like, I don't know why it happens. Like, it only happens to, like... You're a Gemini, right? You're an air sign? So, like...
I don't know.
You're, I'm
May 28th.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're a Gemini.
How the fuck would you know that?
Because I'm pretty sure we talked about it one day and I remembered.
Respect.
Yeah. And then, no, because, like, because I was talking this about Frankie before, because, like, there's, like, different things, like, with, like, because he's saying that, like, because, like, I'm an Aries and his brother's an Aries and Teddy's an Aries. So he's like, I see a lot of different little similarities in the way that you guys, like, kind of, like, talk, act, all that stuff. So then I'm like with like stuff like what we're talking about right now, like a lot of air signs go through that, and like you're an air sign, and like my moon's an air sign, and a couple of other people I know are air signs that go through the same fucking shit like that. So I'm like, what if there's something with like the elements that like we're just like tuned into shit like that? Because there's a lot of people who have no fucking like any type of shit that they do. Like, people have, like, no experiences with that. And then here we are just like, yeah, we got, like, that. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't believe in any astrology things. That's not me. Yeah. But, like, I can understand where you're coming from with that. But, I don't know. Maybe some people just don't notice it, but it's kind of hard not to notice something like that.
Yeah, that's true. It's like it could be happening and people just aren't paying attention. Or
they might just think, oh, it's just, you know...
Yeah, they wave it off.
Yeah, but... When it happens that much, dude, it's crazy. Like, I'll talk to people in my dreams sometimes. It's sick. And then, like,
you just, like, fucking, okay, go on.
And then they'll bring it up, too, sometimes.
Dude, right? And it's like, yeah, it's like fucked up like that. It's like, was I actually talking to you in my dream and you like somehow remembered it in this time? There was one time that I was fucking... I was in science class and I'm just like sitting there daydreaming and I'm like staring at my teacher and I had this daydream about her calling on me and then I like didn't have like an answer and I like randomly said something and it like ended up being right and I was like, what the fuck? So then like, and then I was like, what the, like, why did I have that? And all of a sudden 2 seconds later it happened the exact same way that daydream happened. And I was like, that's weird. Like, it all happened. I literally just stared at my desk. And I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Bro, one time I was so, like, convinced that my friend actually did talk to me that I had to, like, text her. Oh, no, I saw her at work after because I woke up one morning and I had this song in my head. I'm like, I know the song. I have no clue what this song is. Yeah. And I went back to bed. I'm like, what the hell was it? I fell back to sleep. And my friend Lindsay was like, Children. I'm like, Children of Bodom song. And it was. So I went into work. I'm like, Children. And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, Children of Bodom? She's like, what? I'm like, all right. So
you're like, oh, wait, what the fuck, bro? You're like, that was way too real in that dream.
No, I knew she wouldn't know, but I was like, maybe there's a chance.
It's weird.
Make sure to like, subscribe. I'm not ending it right now. I'm just saying, like, if you're listening, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, please.
Hold up. Are we ending it? Ooh. Oh shit!
We went over.
I think we should. Yeah. Oh wait, let's end it at 3/420.
3/420.
All right. Any last words, Matthew?
The universe is weird, and I feel like it interacts with everybody in its own weird way, and it's like I feel like there's like more to regular shit than what people say. Like, you know, like we're like talking about this shit like spirits and all that stuff. Like, a lot of people don't believe it, a lot of people do, but like I feel like there has to be like something out there.
100%.
There's like more shit that's what's happening than what we see.
We both believe a similar idea, but definitely different ideologies. Cause I'm more on it's God. It's more of universal.
But it's like that. I think that like there is like multiple different things going on. Like I feel like there is a God and then there is like the universe happening at the same time. But I feel like that like it all is one thing. You know, it's like the universe is God and the God is the universe. You know, and it's like.
Well, yeah, I agree on that. Well, I don't know.
In a way, it's like I feel like that like it's like God created the universe and the universe is like a cradle for everything to be in. If that makes sense, you know, and then it's like he controls it.
Amen. All right, we have 1 more minute left. My dad's texting me. Okay, shut up, Dad.
Anything that you would like to say?
Is this the longest podcast yet?
What, 3 hours? I think the longest podcast I had was like 5-6 hours.
Oh,
and that was with Donna. Oh wait, no, you weren't there. Oh shit, no, Frankie was there. That's funny that you mentioned that because the other person, which is funny, she's a Gemini too. But she fucking she pulled up today, and then. Because you were saying that you wanted to do longest podcast, but she did the longest podcast.
Daily shit, bro. It was always daily shit. One day we will do the longest. I mean, I don't think we could video record the longest podcast. That would be too hefty on the fucking.
Yeah, it's a lot of video processing.
But besides that, I think we have the last 10 seconds and.
Dicks.
Balls.
Ass, tits, pussy, shit, farts.
Hopefully one day we'll have a 12-hour thing if that's possible. Good night.
We will. Good night.